Hello.
Good day to you, sir.
Oi,
Like,
you
welcome,
didn't
welcome to
comment on
me.
my picture change for our last call, bastard.
I was going to. After that, welcome to Tag Couch Podcast.
Hi.
Oi,
What are you doing, bro? What I do, shout right quick.
and my
Fucking make
comment,
you happy as a fucking, I don't know, British idiom.
it me knickers and crumpets.
I'll be happier than getting fish and chips, beans on toast, other fucking nasty shit.
Beans on toast?
Yes.
That's a thing?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try some of that.
Uh,
That'd be gross.
Oh, I don't. If you like beans, it's probably not bad.
I mean, I like beans, but I couldn't imagine it being on toast.
Forget what it is, like lightly toasted or something, piece of bread, and then you butter it, and then you put the beans on the butter.
Mm,
Baked
I'm,
beans.
I'm good on that. I mean, all those things are great by themselves. Why wouldn't they be good together? But some things you just shouldn't put together.
I like salami and chocolate.
What?
Yeah, it's good.
No,
Flavor, it's like contrast perfect.
they're worse than the British.
I just can't fucking stand like, was it vegetables and bread? That is so fucking nasty.
What do you mean? You don't get like
I don't
veggies on
like
your
pot
sandwich?
pies and shit like that. No, like
Oh,
yeah, that kind of bread. I like You can put anything on a fucking sandwich.
yeah. I like pot pies. I haven't had a pot pie in a long time though.
I hate like the cooked vegetables.
Oh, you don't like cooked vegetables?
I don't like. I like cooked vegetables, not with like bread. I don't know. It's like cooked with bread. There we go.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense, I guess. Not really to me because I love it, but I mean, it just sucks you can't experience fish and chips though.
Yeah, it gets like soggy. Like I don't like stuffing either.
Oh man.
It's just
Oh.
like the texture is disgusting to me.
Casey's mom makes stuffing and
And
like,
soggy croutons.
well, she makes it in a different way to where it's like not soggy, like super soggy. I know what you mean because there is stuffing that's like mush, and then
Yeah.
there's like more
Yeah, but I
solid
mean it's all
stuffing.
kind of
Yeah, it's
mushy.
definitely all like has some sort of like
Yeah,
mush
compared
to
to a
it.
piece of bread, yes.
Oh yeah. Like, have you ever like dipped your bread in gravy?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering if you like were into that at all.
I don't like dip it like an Oreo where it's like soaked in gravy. I'm
No,
like,
no, 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 no. We don't do that. That's just like a soggy fucking. Ugh. Just reminds me of a soggy napkin. Yeah.
ugh. I don't know why that seems so gross to me right now.
I don't know, because it is gross.
I think my dog threw up a bunch of grass and I cleaned it up with a napkin or something.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of that particular napkin right now. It's like, ugh, fuck. It's all green and shit.
I
Ugh.
I thought that might have been what you were doing was fucking changing your picture or like trying to find your mic on the
Um,
last call.
uh, I was playing XCOM 2 and screen just kind of went away and I was like, what the fuck? And then the little thing popped up with Skype or yeah. And then I answered the call and didn't have my mic plugged in. And then just now when you called, it was all fucking tangled. So I was untangling it.
Nice. That sucks.
Yes.
You should have bought a fucking wireless headset instead of that Lego thing that looks cool as fuck, by the way.
Yeah. And it says plus 18 on it, so yeah. This is for adults,
Did you
bitches.
did you finish it?
No.
What'd you do? Take a break and start making figures again?
No, I just was lazying around for a bit, and I got cut up that fucking tree that hit my damn house.
It sucks.
So yeah,
You're axe cutting that thing too, aren't you?
I was just no, I'm getting a fucking saw or chainsaw. I
Oh,
guess
okay. We have one if you wanted to use it.
I might.
Yeah, I'll let you take it.
My mom's boyfriend was talking about doing it, and I'm like, no.
Why?
He still has like the heart vest on and shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no, dude, it's cool. Like the only thing I would want you to do is maybe like tie your truck to it and pull it into my yard more where I can burn it.
You could yeah, you could just lay like, like set it down on your fireplace, burn that part out, and then just keep
Uh,
moving it down and down and down more.
yeah, that's just
Probably last you a while.
yeah, it's like 12 foot.
Oh shit, is it that big?
Yeah.
Dude, the thunderstorm night was scary as fuck. Remember that? We got in your car, we look forward, we hear a weird noise. Fucking just huge tree branch falls right in front of my car. I'm like, okay.
That
Back
was
the fuck out.
snow.
Huh?
That was snow.
Yeah, but it still broke the tree branch.
Yeah. Yeah, but like was just from my remembrance of the situation, it's like kind of in like the style of fucking Indiana Jones, because like you got the fucking car shooting lights in like a horizontal or straight directions, so it's just like kind of tunnel vision giving you because everything's brightly illuminated because it's white snow.
Yeah.
This thing just tumbles down in the fucking way, and I'm like, drive!
I was so pissed yesterday at my mom's neighbors because, like, they keep their fucking trash cans, like, right out by the fucking, like, right out by the street, like, lined up in, like, a shitty way where if somebody needs to turn around because they're, like, they're cool with you turning around in it, but, like, so that's, like, my go-to to back up and then go right up because this fucking douchebag neighbor at the top of the hill got a new Camaro and likes to put it right out almost in the middle of the street.
That's fun.
You know how narrow that long driveway is down there?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to like back up and try not to hit, like a $50,000-$60,000 car. And like I don't want to be responsible for that.
See, that guy's worse then.
Yeah, he is worse. But well, this is the second time this has happened with my neighbors though. Back up. Everything looks good in my like camera view and everything. And I guess there's like there should be like a little bit wider frame on the lens because granted, yeah, the camera is pretty big for the backup, but there's like, so it was saying that the red bar is where you're about to hit your car on the camera, right?
Yeah.
On the corner of it, it was saying that I was good. So backed up, and I tapped their trash can the first time, and it's one of those rough, like outer brute cans, like how it's all rough on the outside of them, those trash cans. So it scratched my fucking car. That was the first time that happened. I just like buffed it out with this shit. Now this time, I'm trying not to have to deal with that. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I go forward. Well, you know how like the front of my car is like dipped in like real low?
Yeah.
That hill on the other side, they need to start making front cameras, man, for that close call because I fucking scooped my fucking car right into the hill.
Oh.
And scratched the bottom part of it, and I was super fucking pissed. Like, fucking, it looks like somebody took a screwdriver and just, like, hit it a bunch of times and just scraped down it.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was pissed about that. It's going like half a mile per hour, obviously, because I'm just trying to turn around, but I was like, fuck, I scooped, like, the very bottom where I couldn't see, like, on the corner. So
It's still like 2 tons of pressure on like
yeah.
rocks.
Yeah, but it's like I thought I was good and I wasn't. So that's pretty fucking annoying. So fucking mad about that. So fucking mad. We'll probably forever be mad about that. I'm trying to figure out how I could like. I mean, you don't notice it unless you know it's there. Let's put it to you like that. But I know it's there, so it bothers me.
Well, your car's like silver too. That helps.
Yeah, and it also mainly hit like the black underscoop part of it.
Uh,
So, like, again, very non-visible to most people who, like, aren't looking for it. Like, I tried to look for it the next day and couldn't find it for a minute. And it just bothers me. It's like, do I just get, like, black and silver nail polish and just start hitting this shit up and, like, squeegeeing it in there? Because I did that with my last car, and it, like, completely covered it, but I don't want to do that. It's just bullshit. Ever since I bought that new car, man, like, that fucking fence panel, remember that day? It fell on top of my car.
well, you told me about it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, I showed you the top of the mirror. It was all scratched up. I had to buff that out, too.
Uh,
I was pissed. But,
that's terrible.
yeah. That was like 3 weeks after I bought it. I was so fucking pissed off.
I've been watching a shit ton of fucking movies lately. Finally got to watch Watership Down. So happy.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
Actually turned out good too.
I ended up watching a couple new movies recently, too.
I didn't watch any new movies. They're new to me.
Well, these movies are new to me and new movies, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's like this older Nicolas Cage movie I watched. I watched like both Beavis and Butthead movies, which one of them is new,
Yes.
surprisingly.
Yeah, I was asked.
That was pretty good.
I was asked to watch it, and I was like, no fucking thank you.
Oh, that's pretty good, dude. There's like this part where they go to college and they tell them about white privilege, and so they start
I
going
saw the
around
clip. I saw that
fucking
clip.
everything up. They're like, "We got white privilege. You need to educate yourself." It's like it's so good.
uh, Last night, me and Casey watched the new Bill and Ted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen a Bill and Ted movie, but now I want to go back and watch all of them because I like this one.
I watched.
So that was pretty fucking funny. Hold on one second. All right, had to yell at dogs. Yeah.
Surprised you never watched the first two.
Huh?
Surprised you never watched the first two.
Well, it's like the previews for this one. They all look fucking retarded. Like, I'm just like, well, that kind of comedy I'm just like not usually into. Like Keanu Reeves runs, like in this movie when Keanu Reeves runs, he's just like, first of all, I don't know if he's just that old because last time I saw him in something recent, he didn't look that old.
Pretty sure he's like 50.
But like, I don't know. I feel like it made him look way older. And like the way he runs is like stupid as fuck. He's like half limp.
Well, he's also playing a character, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Keanu Reeves being fucking depicted like that, man. Dude's a saint. And they turned
Did
him
you
into an
know who
idiot.
was gonna be fucking um Neo in the Matrix?
I've never seen The Matrix. Remember?
Yeah, but do you know who was gonna be Neo? They had somebody else in mind.
Oh, who was it?
Fucking keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, Smith.
Oh God. Yeah, that probably wouldn't have went over too well. Man.
Fucking what's his name was supposed to be fucking was it fuck, why am I having like complete brain fart? Oh man, lost it. Dragonheart, dude. Highlander, man.
Um. Well, I mean, Sean Connery plays the
Yeah.
dragon, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
That movie's so weird.
That drives me insane that he's like voices something that's CGI or whatever.
I've got it. I've got my heart. If you want to kill me, it's right here.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie actually.
You haven't?
I've seen like the first half of it when I was a kid, but when I was a kid, I wasn't like too interested in it. So,
I watched it because I was like, that's the Highlander, man, and James Bond. But he was supposed to be fucking uh Ganon. Why do I keep wanting to say Ganondorf? Dude from Lord of the Rings.
Gandalf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be Gandalf.
I watched
You know how
another.
fucking funny that would be?
That'd be fucking weird.
Fucking and be yelling at Frodo and shit. It'd just be great.
You know, it'd be funny if they did a remake of Lord of the Rings and had Jason Statham be like, or not Lord of the Rings, I'm sorry, Dragonheart, and they had Jason Statham be fucking the dragon. Oh, here's me art. Just very aggressive constantly. But I also watched, I didn't finish it because I had to go to bed for work, but the new Doctor Strange movie, that thing's pretty fucking weird.
No.
It's pretty cool. And I watched the new Fantastic Beasts last night, too. And it turns out Dumbledore is fucking gay.
So you said you weren't gonna watch it.
I wasn't going to, but I did because I was like, I bet you the internet just like took this.
Yeah,
the
he's
wrong way.
retroactively gay.
Yeah, well, whenever I was looking it up before I watched it, it was like in the final book or in the final Deathly Hallows book or something like that. I don't know, or movie. They basically put him out there like that, and I never noticed. I was like, but he was like fighting shit the whole time. I don't remember them ever saying that he was gay at all. But
They didn't because it wasn't like a part of the story.
and it shouldn't have been. I told Casey that too before the movie started. I was like, I guess I heard he's supposed to be gay, but I bet you it's just the internet trying to make like a thing out of it. But and she was like, well, I mean, I was like, no, don't even say it. I was like, this is not about people being gay. This is a great fucking franchise. There's no fucking reason for them to do this. And I'm gonna be pissed, and I was kind of pissed. But at the same, I wasn't pissed about that. I was just more pissed that they had to bring that shit into it. Nothing to do with that. It's like, can we like not do politics once, please? But the way they did it though, in the movie, like literally it was, oh, we loved each other at one time. And that was the end of it.
This is
And I was
just a
like,
throwaway line.
yeah, essentially. Like, he's like, the very beginning of the movie, he meets up with Grindelwald. This is young Dumbledore, younger Dumbledore, I don't know. Like,
I just imagine him doing like a fist bump and then like a finger wiggle. It's like, yo.
it was like them meeting up at a coffee shop, maybe like 40s, maybe in their 40s. He's like, I loved you once. And then he was like, said something about it. Because like they hate each other because they know, he knows he's evil and all this shit. And at the end of the movie,
You stabbed me in the back.
yeah, like,
It was consensual, I swear.
well, there's like there's like this weird like wraparound like charm thing that will like wrap around his arm and like squeeze it because it basically keeps them from killing each other. It's like a bond thing they made way back when they were younger. So they're basically the movie is both of them trying to get somebody to stop the other one. But like at the same time, it's more Grindelwald trying to do it to Dumbledore. Dumbledore's just trying to stop him from winning the election.
Yeah, the election.
Yeah, so who's gonna rule the wizarding world and shit? Because
Election.
yeah, it's weird. It's like a whole.
Do they have
weird
like a
thing.
parliament, or is it just like straight monarchy?
Well, there's like 3 people in the running, and Grindelwald's like being accused of like crimes against Muggles. And
Is it like the Pope? How they elect a Pope?
I'm trying to explain it to you. Okay, so the dude who's like in charge of running the election or whatever, he like basically does it corruptly, and he's like, I absolve Grindelwald of all these crimes. And
I
like,
just mean like, give me the basics. Like, is this like everybody votes, like a democracy, or is
I
this how like,
guess
the
that's what it
Pope
seems
works,
like.
where only the top people in the organization get to vote for him?
I guess anybody can run for it. It seemed like. But like, there was only 3. There was like this Asian dude, this one chick, and Grindelwald. And like, he gets into the running after he's quote unquote absolved by like the corrupt election running dude. And like, it just comes out to like at the very end they're like having a fight and like the charm thing explodes or some shit. And cheesiest fucking line I've ever heard in one of these movies. And it's Grindelwald going, "Who will love you now, Dumbledore?" I was like, what? And then they all like chase him after him. He vanishes and like disappears. And they're like, "Yeah, we gotta find him one day."
So I think Dumbledore should be porking the fat dude with the fucking like mechanical thing on his head.
What?
There, he has like a big like eye thing or some shit.
Oh, you're talking about oh,
He turned out to
Mad
be
Eye
like
Moody.
evil when they killed him, though, right?
Mad Eye Moody with the mechanical eye weird
Yeah.
strap thing. Yeah, no, he was good.
Okay.
Everybody thought he was evil, and it turned out he was good.
It's like fucking Snape or whatever.
Yeah, Snape became
Snape.
Snape
was like my favorite character.
Snape's a good actor. I think that
Read,
dude's actually
like, the
dead.
first 3 books.
Pretty sure that dude's dead now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Not too sure.
Yeah.
I know Dumbledore died like twice or some shit.
I know original Dumbledore died, and then I think was it the Gandalf dude, or was Gandalf original?
Gandalf, I think, might have been the same person.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
I think the same person that played Gandalf.
Because they shot those
first
movies.
Yeah.
They shot all of those movies together.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But no, that
Peter
Fantastic
Jackson's insanity.
Yeah, that Fantastic Beasts movie, I'm going to be honest with you, I did not know what the fuck was going on a lot of the time because I have, like, the second one I had watched so long ago. So if you're going to watch the third one, you might as well just restart and watch all 3 of them straight in a row, I would say. But it was a really, really good movie, though. And I'm just glad that they did it like that and didn't make the whole basis of the whole thing being around him being fucking gay. Because, like, that's how, like, the internet was saying, he's fucking gay, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh no, they ruined everything.
Fucking.
Not because he's gay, because politics are being brought in. Let's make that very clear. Make that very clear.
The Buzz Lightyear stuff was, like, weird. Because I kept seeing the marketing, like, the pictures. And then the only thing I kept hearing about it was, like, there's a gay kiss in it. And then I kept hearing that it was supposed to be, like, realistic. And then I look at, like, the promotional art, and there's a cat that's, like, a robot cat. And I was like, okay, never mind it being realistic. And then there's, like, 2 other, like, characters behind Buzz Lightyear, and it's like a black chick and like a vaguely minority person. It's like the generic people Disney always has to shove in shows now because they're fucking
You gotta give it a backstory.
It's just like they have a requisite for like how many minority characters there are and shit. So they like always just it's always like a black chick and a vaguely ethnic dude.
Well,
like maybe he's Indian, maybe he's Mexican. You don't really know. You just know he's ethnic.
Well, didn't they like get slammed before because people, when all this like political garbage started coming up, it was like, you guys don't use enough minorities. So
yeah,
isn't that all it is essentially? Because now they're just like, all right, well we have to do this now, or we're gonna get fucking slapped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so weird. Fucking everything is like a McDonald's commercial now.
I get it. I love it. You're not wrong.
But like I didn't, whatever. Their characters are whatever they are. But like their armor was like this weird, like generic sci-fi armor that like kind of like there's like they used to do these like animated football ads in between on commercials for football games, and like they looked kind of like that, like this just generic sci-fi shit. And I'm like, why are they not wearing like the actual like spacesuit? But then in the movie they're wearing the spacesuits, and I hear stuff about the movie and it's like the cartoon, which I like the cartoon a lot.
Yeah, I
So
love
if there
Toy
was
Story.
advertising, no, I mean the cartoon of Buzz Lightyear, the
Oh, the old one.
cartoon
Okay.
where he hunted the fucking
Zurg.
evil, yeah, Lord Zurg or whatever, and he was a badass dude. And I was like, dude, why didn't they like push this shit? Like, what the fuck? All I seen was Buzz Lightyear being like emotional and like going to the spaceship and then the spaceship going off and then the fucking cat getting up in his face or whatever because oh it's a comic relief character. It's like why?
What
What
the
the
fuck?
fuck is this? I would have wanted to watch it if it was like actually portrayed what it was.
Yeah, when it comes to like the old shit, like a lot of like old shows and shit, they always push like the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And it's like really annoying. Like some things they do like pretty decent, but most are just horrible.
It's
Like
it's
let's
like the
push it.
biggest problem with Disney is they hire like all these weirdos, like how they do with the Marvel movies. They like hire a bunch of random directors that are indie directors, and they're like, write this $1 million or $1 billion fucking movie with like, here's most of the script, and we already did all the action scenes. Like, you just write all the in between shit.
Yeah.
And like, they hire those people because they can boss them around, you know? Like, if you hired like a fucking real person, like I don't know, a director with some talent, they would have weight to say that they want to do whatever they want to do, you know? So it's like, oh, we'll just hire some like random people.
You know what's like really cool about Nude Clan? The dude, one of the dudes on there, he's like really into movies and he actually had two budgets and made two movies. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. I've been
Nice.
meaning to ask you this. Have you ever heard of either of these? The 13th Cross?
No,
Have you ever heard of Chicken Coop? That's the new one.
no.
Yeah, I don't.
These are like super indie, right?
Yeah, yeah, like
Okay.
very limited budget, like.
I
But I
used to
guess they're
watch
on
a shit
Vudu.
ton of Trovo movies. I think it's called Trovo.
I don't know. I just know he reviews movies and now he's making them, so I imagine they'd be pretty good.
Trovo was like this extremely weird ass fucking movie producing studio, and they made the Toxic Avenger and was it Poultrygeist, which is a weird musical about like is it? I just remember the opening scene where they're like, it's like this shitty chicken place, and there's like the dude that's working the cash register gets dumped, and she's like, I'm a lesbian now, and then like for some reason the chickens rise from the dead and they're like lesbians or something.
That's weird as fuck.
Trevor is like super fucking
That's
like
strange.
the Toxic Avenger is fucking hilarious though, especially the first one. The second and third one are like weird.
You know what's really strange, like talking about Disney? About those weird people you're talking about?
Oh wait,
That
my
movie
point
Red.
for
That
that whole tangent was that they put those weirdos in charge of properties that they like have no idea what's good about them, and they just promote weird shit about it instead of like, oh, it's like Kevin Smith's fuck up with He-Man. It's like, oh, it's really cool about He-Man if he like dies and isn't there for most of this fucking show.
Yeah, I don't know. I always wonder if like these people that make these Marvel movies ever go back through the comics and actually look at like not just what this dude's powers are, everything else, like some backstory. Like a lot of the Spider-Man movies, there's tons of backstory and like callbacks to the comics and shit like that.
I know,
Like that shit's like cool. Like I love whenever there's callbacks to things I know about. Like even if I don't know about them, it's like if I hear that it's a callback to something that originated with this character a long time ago. Like, that's cool. Like, people need to do that more.
What I've heard through the grapevine is that like they changed a lot of things from the comics. The earlier movies were more based off of people like were made by people who actually liked comics more, and like the later people aren't as into comics, and there used to be like a Bible like of the Marvel universe, like
I've heard about
these
those.
things happened and blah blah blah, and to make sure everything has continuity. And that is like slowly became less organized after I forget which movie. Uh, they just stopped paying like as much attention to their chronology.
Chronological order.
Yeah, well, chronology.
Chronology,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like the different tense that you use it.
We are idiots.
No.
um, yeah, no, it's like that movie Turning Red. You want to talk about people that made a weird movie? It's like,
Well, I
why?
watched Beavis and Butthead.
Huh?
I said I watched Beavis and Butthead.
No, I'm talking about like like you were saying, those weird people that make those movies for Disney. It's like, what made you think? Let's like awareness for the period, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be about that. But we know everybody's going to know what it is. And I watched it with my kids because they wanted to watch it because there's fucking red panda in it.
Yeah.
So we watched it, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is stupid." That Raya the Last Dragon or whatever, that was a pretty fun movie to watch. There wasn't anything garbage in it. It was just fun to watch. But it was definitely more of like a kids movie, obviously. But like I have to watch all these things because my kids want to watch them, so I'm forced to watch them.
There's this anime that was like super popular, uh, called Ranma One and a Half or Ranma and a Half, and anytime the main character is a 16-year-old boy, like always, but whenever he gets wet with cold water, he transforms into a female.
Why does this sound familiar? I don't know.
They've it's because it was like a legendary like property. Like there's a bunch of anime that references it in like joking manners and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I wish that I could see? A new season of Girls Bravo. I miss that show. They took it off Netflix. And probably for good reason.
Yo, what's Squid Girl?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
What is that?
Like it's a super fucking wholesome anime.
I don't want to watch that.
It's like the only slice of life anime that I like. This girl is like princess of the squids, and her dad sends her up to the surface to conquer humanity. And she like gets up there and she's like completely retarded and incompetent. Can't do
Like,
like anything at all.
okay, I'm gonna watch it then. I love this. That's how Girls Bravo is. It's just fucking like dippy and fucking. I don't know. It's
You
fun to
need to
watch.
watch fucking Golden Boy. That is one of the funniest fucking animes ever.
Well, it's like, have you ever watched My Bride is a Mermaid?
No.
This
Might
is
have heard of it.
Oh, because I've told you about it before. This guy, 16-year-old boy, yeah, meets this girl, blah blah blah. Can't be with him. Doesn't know why, so he follows her one day, and she turns out to be a mermaid, and he walks right into the den of the yakuza. Who and her dad is the leader of the yakuza. So he's constantly like,
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember he's telling me
yeah,
about.
the constant thing of the entire show is I gotta treat this girl right because he's like, yeah, you make my daughter happy, that's fine. But if you fuck up, and it's one of those, every time there's a situation where he could be just, killed because he fucked up or did something stupid. And it's just my very minor things, but you know, anime takes everything to the absolute extreme. So
Yeah.
it's like, why is my daughter walking through this place without an umbrella over her head or some dumb shit like that? Like, it's raining outside. You should have this umbrella. I'll kill you. Just like as an example. It's like they have a pop gun war at a festival. But so like everybody in the festival, the Yakuza like puts on this thing where you get shot once you're out. But they're like pop guns. Like they have like a cork in the barrel and you shoot the cork at each other. And the whole last episode is everybody running around trying not to get fucking shot. And I think he has to win it or they kill him. Something weird like that. I don't know. It's been years. I could be wrong. But
There's
I
an
just
episode of Fully Cooley where they fight with airsoft guns.
It sounds awesome.
This is so funny.
I know people in high school that used to do airsoft wars.
Yeah.
There's a place down in Bel Air that's an airsoft court, and me and the kids and Casey and like a whole another huge group of people, we all went. So they paired us all together. There's like cars and shit in there and like obstacle courses. Pretty badass.
Did you ever watch like professional paintball?
Yes, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's essentially what they do. And they build structures in the woods and shit. Does it have like abandoned warehouse fights and shit?
Yeah. Have you ever played paintball?
Yeah, whenever I was like 12.
Same. Kyle's dad, I think I told you about this. Kyle's dad, it was him versus me, Kyle, and Corey. And I had this fucking like brass eagle pump gun. It's like essentially a pump shotgun. But
I
just one
had
shot.
that same gun.
Yeah, okay. So you know how shitty it is.
Yeah.
Okay, they all have
I never used that one.
They all have fucking spiders.
Yeah, I had a spider. I had a cyber spider. Had single shot, 3 burst, and full auto. I think
that's
it's
nice.
fucking insane.
Yeah, see, I got a spider later on, but after I got it, nobody ever wanted to play paintball anymore. But I think Kyle's dad had a Tipman, like the classic 98, the Tipman Model 98. And Kyle and Corey had a spider, and I had the fucking shitty gun, because that's my shitty gun, and they didn't have any more semis. So we go out, and all Kyle's dad did would run out into the woods. We'd give him like a 5-minute head start, and he would just hide. Like, but very well, and I don't understand this, because like we're all like approaching, like just trying to walk through. And Kyle's like right near like the edge of like the woods part, like off the trail.
Yeah.
Kyle's man's laying down in the bush right next to him. He fucking shot him right in the rib cage. Kyle drops and starts blasting him in the face. He's like, "Ow, fuck!" We just watch him go down. I'm like, it's so stupid. And then he did the same thing to me. So we're going down the trail more after that encounter. He's down at the very bottom of this fucking hill. And like, I'm on the edge. It's like one of those like high walls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like kind of like a cliff, but not really, because it's like 20 feet. But like, I'm walking, and he shot me in the thigh, like the inner thigh. I went to cover it up because it was like, ow, that fucking hurt. I had like no padding on my legs. Went to cover it up. He shot me in the fucking finger.
Yeah.
Like, as I was covering it up, I was like, fuck, man. And I just rolled down the hill. Dude, it hurts so bad getting shot in the finger. Like, holy fuck.
You get penalties for that.
What?
Shooting people twice.
Well, I don't think he knew that he shot me the first time, because all I did was go to put my hand over it, and immediately as my hand touched my leg, it just hit me in the hand. Motherfucker's a good shot. He used to be a police officer, so yeah. I guess he was actually good at his job. Or at least good at shooting.
Yeah, it's like you don't shoot much as a police officer.
Well, I'm just saying, at least he took his job seriously in case that kind of thing went down, I guess. But that shit's wild. That was fucking insane.
I hope they have to get to firing range.
Well,
I've seen retarded people at the firing range. That's always fun.
Yeah, those are funny. Like Magnum comes back and smacks him in the fucking face. You ever seen one of those? Funny.
I seen one person, I think it was a chick or some like stupid dude. That it was one of those like fancy fucking places where you like get to shoot like crazy guns they have. It was like an AK or some shit, and like they did the full auto shit, and they fucking took the recoil like completely, like threw the fucking gun like up in the air. And the owner like runs out of the little station. They're like, "What the fuck? You shot my fucking roof, you dumb motherfucker!" Just started fucking cussing this person out. Took the gun off of him like before they started yelling at him.
Right. Did I ever tell you about like the clay shooting contest I was at?
No.
So I've shot a gun twice in my life prior to this, and we're doing clay shoots at this farmhouse, and
You
there's
know
like
what type of gun you were shooting?
that one I was just using I think it was just some kind of shotgun. I think it was a Mossberg. So I shot 4 out of 6 or 7, I think. No, it had to be 6 because it was launching one and then launching the other. We had 2 launchers. I shot like 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
And after all the other people that hunt and everything that are out there, like I'm the only one that doesn't hunt, doesn't have guns. I took second place because the other dude beat me by getting 5 out of 6. So I don't know how that worked. But the bad thing was before that, I was using a Kel-Tec shotgun. Have you ever heard of those?
Nah, I'm not too gun savvy.
Okay. So you can get 21 rounds in this shotgun. It's for like clearing a fucking house. It's a tactical shotgun. Well, like the grip. I forget what kind of grip it's called. It like sticks down from like the cocking mechanism. So that should have been on there. I just wanted to shoot it because he was letting everybody shoot it and stuff. So I didn't have the grip. I'm just using it like a pump. So I'm going boom, boom, boom. And whenever I cocked forward, it didn't cock all the way. My hand slipped off and I pulled the trigger.
Oh,
Right,
that's fun.
right in front of the barrel. Since the gun didn't cock completely forward, it had barely anything left to cock forward to actually get it in there. I almost blew my fucking hand off. Like he was like, yeah, just shoot it like this, and I did. And he's like, okay, here, I'm gonna take this away from you. I was like, shouldn't that thing have like a grip on it? He's like, yeah, my bad, I didn't put that on there. It's like I've never
Jeez.
shot one of these. I'm just blasting at clays like for funsies. Yeah, I don't
For
like.
funsies.
Yeah, well, they were like, yeah, he was just letting everybody shoot it, and I just started blasting and almost fucking blew my hand off because he didn't have that grip on there. Like, I even told him, like, I hardly ever shot a gun. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, without that fucking grip, like, that thing is kind of it's pretty slippery. So, it's like, there is no grip at all on it. It's just the cocking mechanism.
Yeah.
So.
I fucking used to watch trick shooting a lot. There's like, I forget what the record was. It was like, I don't know. I don't want to overestimate, but it's something like 4 to 6. Like just holding the pigeons in your hand and throwing them straight up in the air and shooting all of them before they hit the ground.
Oh, I've seen that before, yeah.
That's crazy. That same dude that set like the record fucking is that he could shoot an aspirin out of the air with a fucking 22. It's like, what the fuck? He just throws the aspirin up in the air and fucking shoots it. It's like that bullet is like barely smaller than an aspirin.
Right. Well, it's like if you've watched Mythbusters before, I'm sure. Did you ever watch the samurai dude, fucking hit a bullet with the sword?
Oh yeah, the dude's badass.
Yeah. I mean, he just
does
like grazed it, but he still did it. It was still cool as fuck.
There's like, what is it, the HEMA community or whatever, the historical martial arts. They're kind of like pissed off about it because they're like, that's pretty gimmicky and like not really practical at all.
Well, I mean, I listened to this comedian just last night, and he was like, "My dad didn't put me in football. He put me in karate." He was like, "You want to know what's bad about karate? Karate only works if the other motherfucker is doing karate too." He's like, "This shit don't really work against this shit." He's like, "So you got like these small Asian dudes. You didn't prepare me for this giant motherfucker. He just fucking slap your hand away and punch you in the face."
A lot of they have that problem with a lot of martial arts where the only way that you really use it is in tournaments, and so therefore they practice to do that. And like you're pretty much only practicing to fight people in the exact same style that you're fighting in a like a scoring like competition, you know? It's
Right.
like, oh, I hit you first.
Right.
It's like Taekwondo doesn't have as many problems like that. It does with like there's a lot of people that are just trained to the tournaments, but um Taekwondo is like pretty useful and competent of a fighting style. Like if you, like kicking a motherfucker in the chest is like always effective.
Oh yeah, definitely. Punching somebody in the gut is always effective. It's just simple
Yeah, but
things.
you learn how to do like fucking like jump kicks and like spinning roundhouse kicks to the body and like know how to properly utilize them. You could fuck somebody up.
Oh yeah, definitely. What was that shit that Tony does? What's
I don't know who Tony Jaa is.
Tony Jaa is? It's not
Probably does kickboxing or mixed martial arts.
It's not IP man. It's oh he
Oh,
had
Ip
a
Man, he does Wing Chun, which is
no
like
no it's
totally
not
fake.
that. Like Tony Jaa had his own series of movies like fucking IP Man did, and like Bruce Lee had like their own styles were always in there, but I forget what those movies were called. Let me see. Tony Jaa movies. Not Tony Jaa.
Wing Chun is like not a very good art. It
Okay, Tony Jaa.
looks cool, but it's not real.
Tony Jaa is Ong Bak.
Ong Bak.
You've never heard of those movies? There's a bunch of them. Ong
Nah.
Bak 1, 2, 3. He's in Monster Hunter.
God.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah, Nude Clan reviewed that movie and was like, this is just fucking awful.
Yeah, Wing Chun is like fucking Tai Chi. It's just mostly an exercise. Like maybe Ip Man like fought completely differently than how modern shit is, where it's actually effective. But like there's like a there's a huge problem with that shit in China where like the traditionalism like went above the effectiveness and like fucking there's like this dude who was super fucking against that shit, and he's like, "You're teaching people to go get fucking their asses kicked by people because this is a bunch of bullshit." And he knows like Tai Chi and is it Muay Thai and fucking boxing. And so like he knows how to fucking mess up a motherfucker, and he fought like all these Wing Chun masters and Tai Chi masters and all these fake martial arts and just beat the fucking crap out of these people.
Right. Tony Jaa utilized Muay Thai's most ancient form, Muay Boran, which literally translates as ancient boxing. Muay Thai is well known in the martial arts world as the art of the 8 limbs, utilizing punching, kicking, elbows, and knee strikes, with
Yeah,
its
that shit
own
is real
methodology.
as fuck. They
Yeah.
use that in UFC a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's like the traditional way of doing it was like they tie fucking big ropes around their hands that would cut you up like not nothing. And I've seen those motherfuckers like they'll go up to a fucking banana tree that's like 10 foot tall and just fucking kick that motherfucker down.
Right. Yeah, I've
If
seen people do that shit. Like, there's this one dude I
oh,
watched for a
Insane.
while. He just kicked it with his shin, and it would just.
It's like all the nerves in their fucking shins are dead, and because they practice that kick so much, like their shin is completely calloused with bone. So like that shit can break your fucking leg, man. It's crazy. And that's like the main fucking focus of what it is like these side kicks to the fucking knee. It's like, oh my God. And like tying motherfuckers up, like grabbing the back of their head and just kneeing them in the fucking face. It's like, damn.
What style does Jackie Chan use? Because I know he actually does do that shit.
I think he just did karate.
Yeah, karate is the one that's used to use another's force against them, right? Or is that a different one?
Well, it's just kind of like everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, understanding body mechanics and shit. Like you could say like judo is more about using other people's weight because you like throw people. So
I'm just waiting for Kung Fu Hustle 2, man. Once they announced it, I'm just sitting here just waiting patiently.
yeah.
Like, when am I gonna hear the next thing about it? I can't fucking wait. The Axe Gang.
Dude, I was watching some fucking movie and the opening scene was the exact same as Kung Fu Hustle and I was like, oh shit, this is the movie it was parodying.
Oh, it's a well, I knew it was a
Yeah, it's
parody,
like
but I
a
didn't know it was a
complete
parody. I just thought it was like a dumb movie.
it's just a parody of the genre. So it took like a bunch of famous scenes and
Yeah.
like remade them.
You've seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right?
I don't think so.
I watched like the first 30 minutes of it, and just watching that and how old it is, I'm starting to think that that's like the basis for all the flying and floating things you see in like old Asian movies like that.
Well, I think that was like the pinnacle of it.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they didn't just float to each other real fast like Jet Li's Hero or anything like that. These were very slow acrobatics where they would just like they were flying around like Goku and shit.
yeah. Or they
Like,
do like a one spin backflip that gets them all the way up a tree.
yeah, that
Like,
kind of
what?
shit. Yeah, like I really like how Hero has done a lot. I showed you that scene, right?
Yeah.
Where the dude's playing the lap guitar thing and it's
Yeah.
like all black and white. Dude, that movie's so fucking badass. But it does get a little ridiculous near the end.
I watched a samurai zombie movie and like talk about fucking indie movies, dude. That thing was so like disjointed. It was like this samurai dude's wife got raped and murdered and she becomes a ghost and the ghost like guides him around and there's like also this gang that is turning people into vampires and like Japanese vampires or Chinese vampires they they don't bend their knees. They keep their legs straight and their arms straight out and they hop like so it was just like insane fucking there's constant hopping, but then there was like the big ass one that fucking just like hopped over fucking buildings and shit. Oh man, it was such a weird ass fucking movie. It was like I think I seen like a Mexican drug cartel movie where the fucking cartel was like running vampires and zombies and shit. It's kind of like that, except more disjointed.
That's
So
fucking weird.
that's a lot of plot. You have like samurai with dead ghost wife, and then like drug dealing cartel with Japanese, Chinese vampires.
Did you watch one of Jackie Chan's more recent films with Pierce Brosnan in it?
No.
It's a really good movie, but it's like it focuses on like Irish politics.
Oh, that's fun.
No, it's not. So like the movie opens up, Jackie Chan's like daughter is getting ready for prom, like going to get her dress,
Uh,
and she walks in and a fucking bomb goes off.
Yeah,
Just
sounds
like,
about right. Sounds like
yeah.
Irish politics. Yeah.
And then there's fucking Pierce Brosnan is like the leader of like the Irish. They're always talking about their past, like what we did back in the day, the old ways, and this and that, and blah 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 blah. And Jackie Chan's just trying to fucking hunt him down, and he is old as fuck. He's just like terrorizing their manor, but he's like some sort of like diplomat, like Pierce Brosnan is. And it's just like a big head-to-head thing where he's just trying to hunt Pierce Brosnan out. It's so weird, and he has to do like an Irish accent the entire time. I mean, I know he is like English, right? Pierce Brosnan's
Uh,
English, isn't he?
I don't know what the fuck he is.
But yeah,
I think he's American.
I was, I always thought he was just hiding that accent.
He's in that Mamma Mia movie.
Yes, he was. I do like Pierce Brosnan a lot, but I just thought that was very strange.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Pierce Brosnan, we want you to sing. It's like, you won't for long.
You know what's fucking weird? I heard on a podcast the other day that somebody put Roger Moore above Sean Connery.
In what?
James Bond.
Oh.
And I was like, excuse me? Sir, you have your morals wrong. Like, that was just one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. I've never heard anybody say that.
Still think it's weird that fucking, what's George Clooney was never James Bond.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. That is pretty fucking weird. I don't know. I don't know. Roger Moore had a lot of like the more popular movies, like Moonraker and shit
Yeah.
like that, and Goldfinger. But like, I just don't find him Bondly at all. I just
Man
don't.
with the golden gun.
Yeah.
For some reason, all of it, like all of the old actors from James Bond movies, just blend together for me.
Really?
Yeah, I just think they're all Sean Connery. At the time, at least, for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, I like George Lazenby a lot, Sean Connery a lot, Pierce Brosnan. I mean, really, I like all of them except for fucking what's his name, Timothy Dalton and because Timothy Dalton just looks weird. I don't know. His haircut just like bothered me. It's like, I don't know. You just don't look like Bond at all. You don't. Nothing about you says Bond. And same thing with Roger Moore. I just never thought he was much of a Bond. Good actor, just doesn't look the part to me, personally. Like,
I never watched the new ones.
what is it?
So I never watched the new ones.
Oh, the Daniel Craig ones.
Yeah. I don't. I think he looks like one of the Russian dudes from one of the Pierce Brosnan movies. So it's kind
I
of weird.
I definitely get what you're saying about it, but
Oh,
like,
Pierce Brosnan is Irish.
he is.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So he was just playing him. All right. I don't know. I get what you're saying about Daniel Craig. I always like get it, but like the movies, the way they do his series of movies, they all go together. Like it's one big story. So that's what makes that good. And like I just really like seeing Bond just like hulk out and be like an aggressive person. It's just fun for me because he's like super fucking aggressive. Really good actor. I don't know.
So I
I just like
watched
it a lot.
Doctor No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, Only Live Twice. I don't know if I watched Her Majesty's Secret Service. I watched Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, Moonraker. Yeah, I watched like most of these.
I used to watch The Man with the Golden Gun like all the time. And
I
that's a
thought
Roger Moore one.
Octopussy was such a funny.
Octopussy was a fucking weird movie. I don't
Just
know.
remember the name.
Definitely. I still remember his face when they fucking said, whenever she says her name, Octopussy, and he just turns like he turns his head like real slow, like comedically, and just raises his eyes. It's like,
He's like, you don't say.
You don't say. Uh, Doctor No. I
Why
think
did the man with the golden gun have three nipples?
I feel like well, the whole basis of that story is Scarab Manga. Like nobody could find him. Nobody knew who he was, nobody, like, he was like this just assassin dude with the golden gun.
It's just etched into my brain
And
from
they're
like
like,
when I was 7. I
yeah,
just remember sitting in my friend's fucking living room and it just having like this ominous scene after he kills somebody where he's just sunbathing. And then it like like pans across of him to him sunbathing, and then it like zooms in on his chest, on his 3 nipples, and it's like dramatic sting. It's like, what the fuck is this?
right, yeah.
So he has 3 nipples. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that was like the main, in like the beginning and the main briefing. Oh, just be on the lookout because he has a third mammary gland. He's like, a third nipple?
Like, does it work? It's like, well, they're bad nipples, so
So that's
not
like
really.
supposed to be like an identification thing, and that's like what they did with it. It's like,
Yeah, I get it. This
yeah.
is kind of weird.
Dude, Mythbusters tried to do that fucking shit with the car scene in that movie where he does like the 360 off the ramp, or not, or the barrel roll.
Yeah.
And they said it was pretty much almost impossible to do something like that.
Well, they actually did it in the movie, right?
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Probably some kind of effect, I don't know. But like they tried a bunch of fucking times to
oh, if
recreate
it's
that scene and
old,
they couldn't do it.
if it's old, it could have just been like a stunt. Like
I,
there's in the Mad Max movies, there's this dude, this car like flips or rolls or something, and this dude like literally gets fucking thrown out of the fucking window, and like that was completely unplanned stunt, and it was not how it was supposed to go, but the dude lives, so they used the footage.
what the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's fucking wild, dude.
There's
You,
so many stunts that were like happy accidents.
God, fuck that shit.
I don't know if you do like the most fucking badass crazy looking thing in the world and you like broke your leg. It's like fuck. Oh, that did pretty good there.
Yeah, I still
Getting
do need to watch.
shattered my fucking spine and my neck.
Right. I still do need to watch the newest Bond movie. I've been meaning to, but every time Casey's like, I'm just not a Bond person. So I'm like, all right, we'll watch Bill and Ted. She's like, you have to see it. It's funny. And it's like, the whole beginning of it, it's just like, I think this might be the dumbest movie I've ever seen. And then it actually gets fun.
Well, the first 2 are pretty dumb too.
Well, it's like people love the Dumb and Dumber movies. And those are really fucking dumb movies. It's like constant back and forth. Hey,
I love
Bill.
that.
Hey, Ted.
Do you
It's
want to hear the
time
most
to
annoying world? Want to hear the most annoying noise in the universe? Uh, I don't know why that scene is still fucking hilarious to me. Because it's so grating to hear them just scream really high pitched.
Yeah, and it's like in this one they have daughters. I don't know how the last ones were, but they have daughters in this one. Did they have them in the last one?
Nah.
All right.
The Bill and Ted movies are just time travelers.
They fucking they fucking name their daughters after each other. Like Bill's daughter's name is Teddy, and Ted's daughter's name is Billy. It's
Wow.
so fucking retarded. I hate it.
Yeah.
And there's like this robot, quote unquote, that looks. It's definitely the worst like, um, what do you makeup like cosmetology thing I've ever seen on like a person. I think it's just supposed to be stupid as fuck. And it's like this dude in this shitty white suit, and you can see his eyes moving around and his face and his teeth and his mouth, but he has like a mask over it.
Yeah.
he's like a robot that ends up feeling feelings.
Well, it's
He's
like
like,
an 80s movie, right?
he's like, oh shit.
Or the old ones were.
He's like, oh shit. I just killed all of them. And they're back in time. Bill and Ted come and show up. He's like, oh, oh, I can't shoot you. You have the song. And he's like, he snaps it in half. And he's like, fucking kill us. We got to go to hell and rescue our daughters. Because he tells me, he's like, I accidentally murdered your whole family. So he fucking shoots himself in the head. The robot like goes to shoot himself in the head, and Bill and Ted jump on top of him, and he just blasts them all, and they go to hell. And then they meet up with Death, and Death was kicked out of their band for playing 40-minute long bass solos. So they have to like make
That's
grievance
cool.
with him. It's such a weird fucking movie. It was fun though.
That's already my favorite character.
He's
But
like, it's what the people wanted.
Keanu Reeves is 57.
Holy shit. Motherfucker is old.
Yeah. That movie's like a few years old, so he's like 55 or some shit. I think fucking Tom Cruise is older than that, so I don't know if you have an excuse.
Tom
But I
Cruise
guess
is Illuminati.
I don't know what the fuck Tom Cruise is. They're like Scientology is collecting all the fucking old aborted fetuses and just injecting the stem cells directly into him.
Yeah, it's like him, Jennifer Aniston, and fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. They just like don't age. The only time
Fucking
DiCaprio looks old is when he grows his beard. His really shitty fucking beard.
who is that? Leonardo? Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like I swear that's the only time I think he looks old. Any other time it's just like he's like crazy environmentalist. Not like
Oh
an
yeah.
insane environmentalist, but like his own personal life he chooses to do environmentally good things the best that he can. It's like really strange.
In his private jet.
And probably in his private jet too. I mean, there's only one way to do this, guys. I mean, everything else, like all my cars can be nice, but I don't know about electric jets.
Yeah, I seen you can't do that. It's like impossible.
I was wondering about that, like a solar-powered jet,
Yeah, it's impossible.
like just make it completely out of solar
You
panels.
might be able to make a small one. No, it's the fact that the batteries weigh like a shit ton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
You
you're
need
talking
like
what?
so much energy to power a jet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I don't know if they could do it, you know. But I always wondered why they haven't. Because, like, you are up in the air by the sun. Why not just make one completely out of solar panels? But I don't know how all that shit works.
Yeah, you need like a um shit ton of energy in the batteries, the weight of the batteries and the like was it planes usually have like half tanks or some shit because like they have to um what's it called, they have to fuck they have to make sure they fucking equate the amount that the fuel weighs into like the traveling itself. So like if fuel, which is like higher fucking concentration energy, can't like affects it, then like having batteries would fucking like definitely affect it. Because like was at the end of the journey, it uses a lot less gas than it does throughout like the other half of the journey because there's less weight from the fucking fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How skilled do you have to be to, like, hit up one of those fueling stations in the sky?
I don't know.
Like, you ever see those
Think
dudes?
I'm a pilot. I think a lot of that is remote controlled now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like computer controlled.
That
They
would make more
synchronize
sense.
with the satellites and like find their geolocation and shit and like make precise fucking things to do it.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Remember seeing that in the fucking military commercials? Like a plane's got a big ass nose penis and it
Yes.
shoves it in the
Yes.
fucking fuel tank's vagina and
The wiggling back and forth
just
hose.
squirts all over it.
Yeah. Um,
Mile High Club and fucking like thousands of miles per hour club.
yeah, dude, that should be like scary as fuck.
Do you see those fucking crazy motherfuckers that have those jet backpacks that fly up to planes and shit?
What? That's
Yeah,
a
they like
thing?
jump off the plane with this giant fucking backpack and they fucking fly next to it.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know, dude. They have those in that fucking slope game that I told you about.
That game's fun. That snowboarding one and
Yeah.
ski and all that shit. Yeah, that shit's
Yeah,
fun.
you can get a wingsuit and you can get a fucking jetpack. The most badass thing's a sled.
Why?
'Cause I'll fight you.
Cause what?
Don't fuck my sled, bro.
Is it like fast as shit?
It's it's just so funny.
Oh,
It's like this fucking like old ass looking sled from the 50s or some shit.
what? Can you do like tricks on it or no?
Yeah. But you like it's like grinding a rail constantly because you like go so fast and you have to keep the board aligned with itself. Or you can like roll.
Fuck. um, Before we go on to the game talk, I did want to talk about some games. Have you been playing anything new?
Um, I don't think so.
Just Kenshi?
Yeah.
And you probably beat Pikmin in
I
like a day.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing fucking XCOM when you called.
Nice. Why do you still play that game? Haven't you beaten it?
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's fun. XCOM 2 is crazy too. And it's also fucking like 100 fucking gigabytes. So I'm gonna delete it again.
Oh, that sucks. I
I
mean, does
just,
it delete the save too or no? I don't think so,
nah,
right?
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Just uninstall the game.
I've been like playing that new Final Fantasy, Strangers in Paradise or whatever.
I thought you
I've
were gonna say Stranger Things Final Fantasy. I was like, what?
been, I've been trying to get all the classes unlocked, and I got a Paladin class unlocked, so that thing's pretty sweet, and a
Alan.
Berserker class. I'm trying to get my Dark Knight and my Dragoon class unlocked. I'm almost done with the Dragoon though. But I don't. It says I'm only 20% through the game.
Oof.
So I don't know why I'm like able to do this, but I found this cool place. There's like the first crystal boss. It's Tiamat. It's like this Hydra dragon fucking thing with a bunch of heads.
Yeah.
I was like stuck on it for a week. Like I turned it off of hard and put it down to normal. Still took a long ass time. That dude's hard as fuck. And like right behind you is an elevator next to the save point by him. If you go down the elevator, there's like a giant ogre and a bunch of enemies. It's
Uh,
like every time you kill this ogre, you get an anima shard. And an anima shard gives you like 4,000 experience points towards whatever class you want to put it in. And since you have to get to a class from another class, and like the expert ones, you need 2 to 3 classes to get down to the bottom of their trees to select that class that you want to do. So like there's like 2 of them for Dragoon. So in both of those, in the Marauder class and the Lancer class, I have to make it down to Dragoon. And that's what officially like unlocks it for usage. So I like did that for like an hour and got my Paladin one.
Jesus.
Yeah, I had to go down there, beat them, ran through another area, beat all the people in there, and just kept going. And like you level up pretty quick in this game.
What's the
But
gameplay even like?
um, so well, I'm playing on hard. I don't know for the most
Nah, I
part.
just mean like general interaction. Like, is it like it's not like how normal Final Fantasies are, right?
No, it's not turn based. It's what's it called? Like real time action.
Yeah.
It's like that, but like if you're playing like on hard, you have to treat it like a Souls game. Because if you get hit like twice, you have to use a potion, and you only get 5 potions. And but like I have the Sage class unlocked, so I'm running Sage and Paladin right now, and you can only have 2 classes to switch between on the fly. So I can heal myself with the Sage, and he does like crazy awesome magic shit.
Yeah.
So I made like I think that's probably my best class as a Sage, because you were
Just
talking about like
crazy awesome magic shit.
yeah. Oh, it's pretty cool, dude. Like, there's a bunch of shit in this game that I've never heard of before, like different magics. Like, they give you like everything from all
Yeah.
the other games and some extra shit. Um, but I don't know. You told me something about white mages. You always liked them, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try a white mage. White mage is strong as fuck. Once you get her up there, then you have to do that to get to paladin anyway, and to sage. So it was like an all for one thing. So it was pretty cool.
Did you
Sweet.
ever hear the song, was it White Light by Gorillaz?
Maybe just listening to the Gorillas, but I wouldn't know which song it is.
It's like, it goes, do 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 do, white light, do 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 do, white light, alcohol, 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 white light, do 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 do. But anyway, whatever you said, white mage, it's just like replace light with mage. It's like white mage. Do.
Yeah, that game's really fucking fun, and it's like a cheaper game too. Like cheaper by it's not $60-$70. I think it's like 40 or 50. But I want to play that for the show one day.
For the show.
For the show.
Need to hook up upon the YouTubes, get 50 subscribers, and think it, I don't know, 1,000 or so, 10,000 watch hours, and then we can go live.
What do you mean?
There's like rules to YouTube now or some shit.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Doesn't it take like a million views for you to like get a couple bucks out of it or some shit?
I don't know.
It's like strange.
Yeah.
It's like we pay you, but you gotta do a lot.
Isn't it, I think the gayest thing that YouTube does is like they have like super chats for live stuff, and it used to be, I think it's still like this, but if you donate $99.99, the person you donate it or super chat it to gets $66.66. But if you donate $100, they only get $50.
What? That's stupid.
It's like anything 100 and up is like 50 they get 50%, and anything below 100 they get a third of it.
Right. That's strange.
Yeah. It'd be
Uh,
so annoying.
I restarted Demon Souls.
Restarted.
Restarted it.
Oh.
Uh, well, 'cause like I was not doing good at all.
I
'Cause
might
like
just have a bullshit fucking video today.
you just want to have a bullshit like just this. I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. I'm definitely fine with that. 'Cause we're already like an hour and 17
Let me
minutes in.
grab something to drink. I'm thirsty.
You need to be prepped and ready at all times.
Whoa.
All times.
Just sit there, spread eagle,
Yes.
lubed, constantly reapplying it like it's fucking chapstick.
Go get you a drink.
Oh, dude, if you did that, would you get like mold in your ass?
Probably.
Your ass is always moist.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably.
That's terrible.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you get fungus from your feet being moist all the time.
Oh, dude, if you had fungus on your toe and you shoved your toe in your ass, could you get fucking toe fungus in your ass?
Explain that to the hospital.
It's like, well, I was trying to see how flexible I was.
I'm preparing for a competition. Okay, don't ask questions.
Okay.
Mike's gonna go get a drink apparently. Mike, hurry up. This is the best episode ever. This is great podcasting. I wonder if he has to go upstairs or go downstairs. I hear him.
Back.
I hear him. Oh, he's back. Do you have to run upstairs, or are you already upstairs, or are you
Oh,
downstairs?
upstairs.
Oh, why
Just
would
gotta
you
run
do
to the
that?
fridge. This is where the computer is.
Take it downstairs.
I don't want.
Um, yeah, I restarted Demon Souls because originally I chose a barbarian class,
Yeah.
and like everybody starts with their own like armor, quote unquote. Barbarian does not seem to have good armor at all.
Oh, you're like nudist.
Practically, it seems. Not really, but like you got like pretty much your whole chest showing, and in a game like that doesn't really seem like a good thing. But
I think the hero's like that in Elden Ring.
what's that?
I think the hero's like that in Elden Ring.
Well, that's because he's a boss and an NPC.
No, and you can pick him as a starting character.
Oh yeah. Okay, okay, I know what you're talking about. Wait, the hero class?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a hero class.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't look too hard anyway. I just really wanted to jump into that game, so I just like, what am I gonna be?
I started like every character.
Well, originally I went for like a magic and like physical person that could do both. I just ended up not using magic at all. Like I used a couple fireball spells like the entire game. That's about it.
I was a
But
prophet.
like in Demon Souls when I restarted as a knight class, and you actually start with like pretty decent armor, so I don't have to go and buy armor and grind souls out and do all that shit.
Isn't that the vagabond?
Just says knight class.
Oh, okay. There's a vagabond too,
Oh really?
which is kind of just like a night class, which is weird.
I'm just annoyed because like I finally made it through. Um, I made it through the initial boss, like at the first area,
Yeah.
and then I go forward. There's this dragon flying over this bridge, throwing fire down on me constantly. That was annoying. And then I made it to the Tower Knight,
What a prick.
and when I made it to the Tower Knight, there was there was a blue glowy thing on the ground. And I touched it, and a dude popped out, and it's
Oh.
like some other player. And I was like, people still play this game that aren't me? Cool. So we go in there, we fuck the Tower Knight up. That was fun. But then after you do that, there's a gate to go to the next area. It doesn't let you do it until you beat an arc boss, which means I have to beat the boss, like the final boss, I guess, at another area.
Oh, an arc demon or whatever.
Arc demon, yeah. And so I go to level 2, which is
Arch.
this is like, I don't know, a digging place, mines and shit like that. I'm fighting my way through there, and I made it to like this spider thing, this armored spider. I killed him in like the weirdest way possible. Like, cause have you ever seen this before?
Mm-hmm.
The armored spider.
Uh-uh.
So like he's down at the end of like a cave. Like you enter the fog. He's down there dropping from the ceiling, shooting webs at you. And once you get tied up, he starts blasting fireballs at you, so you can hardly move.
Yeah.
Well, I made like a big push into him and put I coated my sword with like magic shit because he's like super. He gets like what's it called?
Aggro.
No, he gets he's really susceptible to magic. There you go.
Okay.
So I pushed myself like right up against his mouth and just start fucking swinging, and then he'll like slam you on the ground. You have like this one quick frame where as soon as you stand up, heal, hurried up, ate like a healing thing, started bashing his claws with my sword, and it was fucking him up. Drops me again, get up, heal, and just repeat, and I beat him like that. Just tuck like the guide says, tuck yourself against the wall or shoot it with arrows. And I was like, no, I'm gonna tuck myself up against him and beat the fuck out of him. Just brutalize it.
So now that you mentioned that, that was like the other run I was kind of interested in doing in Elden Ring was Archer.
I have no interest in that. I feel like it would take forever.
Uh,
Like, I don't know. Every time I've ever tried to do an archer in an RPG, it's like, Yeah, you can do some heavy damage, but like, it's gonna just take a long time.
That's like my main shit in Skyrim and Oblivion.
That's how Brandon was too. Brandon played an archer in Skyrim. He said he was just like one-shotting everything.
Oh, dude, I got ridiculously strong. 'Cause like I wanted to make sure I didn't get as addicted to Skyrim as I did Oblivion. So I like, what was the fuck do you do? You do this like convoluted fucking way to do shit where it's like you enchant your armor and then you wear that enchanted armor to make enchanted armor. And then like,
Oh yeah, because it has special smithing abilities on it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then you
I did
do
that.
like the special smithing stuff to make your shit better. And then like you fucking make alchemy fucking stuff to boost your alchemy so you can take potions to boost whatever you're doing. And so I had like a bow that was like ridiculously strong, it did like 1500 damage, and then like I had fucking armor that all fucking increased my fucking bow, and I'd like one shot blood dragons.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude.
My whole thing was like what we always did whenever Skyrim came out was just constantly smith iron daggers.
Yeah,
Get your
I never
smithing
did that.
all the way up. Like, it takes a long time, but like you can do it if you know where all the shit is, like constantly, and if you just
Yeah.
have constant gold. But it costs way more money to buy the shit to make the daggers than reselling the daggers once they're made.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm the one that put in all the fucking work.
Fucking my shit in those games is archery and restoration. And sometimes conjuring. But mostly just archery and healing and stealth. I fucking kick shit out of stuff.
Um, did
I
you?
did was it a hand to hand build in Skyrim? That was hard.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Nathan Snapchatted me whenever his like PlayStation was fucked up, and all he had left after like everything was done was like Oblivion.
He told me about that.
Well, yeah, he's just sitting there with like guarded up, just getting hit by shit, and it's like increased heavy armor. I
Yeah.
was like, bro, this game's like 20 years old. Just fucking play the game. He's like, exactly why I'm playing it like this. It's 20 years old. I still need to beat that fucking game. I really
Like,
do.
was it? I never had too much problem with the skill thing because I guess I just been playing it so much and know how to do it.
Right.
But you can fuck yourself on it, so
Well, it's like what I did when I played Oblivion. All I ever did was jump everywhere, so my acrobatic skill just
yeah.
get through the roof.
That's pretty much how everybody plays Oblivion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was just like, dude, every time I like jump, like every once in a while, I gain a level. Maybe I should just do this constantly. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So I
uh,
was wondering, you can kind of make Oblivion into Dark Souls. If you get your, I think it's your acrobatics. It might just be your block. You can start rolling.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
So like, you'd pretty much do Dark Souls, you know?
Yeah. Like, well, that new Final Fantasy game, when like I said, you get like hit hard, but like there's a thing with the sage on the sage tree. One of the first things is that you can tap into is instead of dodging, you teleport.
Hmm.
And it's not really like a real teleport. It's just like a think about Bloodhound Step in
Yeah.
Dark Souls. That's what you do essentially.
So I'd never had that, and I just never thought of it as a fucking skill. And then like, I was using those claws that the Bloodhound soldiers have,
Oh
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, which fucking I didn't get to mention it, but like fucking what's Genshi or Genshin is like,
Impact.
no, there's this dude, it's Genshi then. Genshi is a boss in fucking uh Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3, and he's fucking badass motherfucker, and that's his setup, is having claws on one hand. Well, he has a fucking, a big ass fucking katana, but that setup just is so cool and always makes me think of him. It, I don't think any of the bosses in in Elden Ring were as annoying as Genshi, though.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know. Elden Ring, okay, granted, I've only played Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Demon Souls makes Elden Ring look like a fucking joke.
You also did the meta.
What?
You did the fucking blood build shit.
I didn't have the blood build until close to the end of the game. I was using my normal sword that
I
it
was
like
there
gave
when
me.
you got that sword, brah.
Yeah, at the snowy place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like almost the end. Well, kinda. But like,
All matters how you played it.
well, I played with the sword that you get at the beginning with your class. That's what I used all the way up until that point. That and I used a soldier's long sword. Yeah, in my left hand.
The Lord Sworn sword.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's what I used.
It was
I
like a
had the
plus
sacred blade
two.
on it.
Yeah, I had a plus two one of those, and my short sword that I started with was like a plus five. Maybe that's why I sucked ass. I just,
Man.
it was rough. But like, Demon Souls is like, makes that game look like a fucking joke.
You have to play. You have Ninja Gaiden Black. I want to play that so much.
Do I have black?
I know you had it.
I mean, I'll get it. It's like $5, I think.
Because Black is the extended version of Ninja Gaiden. And that's awesome.
Did you
It
ever play
basically
those?
just adds a challenge to it. But
Did you
what?
did you play like the original Ninja Gaidens?
No.
Oh, really? They're hard. Like really,
Yeah.
like they're Nintendo hard plus Ninja Gaiden hard.
Yeah. That's why I didn't know that they were like the same. I thought when I heard about the old games originally, I was like, oh, so like Team Ninja bought this old franchise that was like, and that like Ryu's dad is named Ken, and Ken is like at the beginning of the first Ninja Gaiden game, the entire Hayabusa Ninja clan gets slaughtered, and except for Ken because he's like like super badass dude, and I go around the world and get stronger.
Are we
Like
talking
I'm
about like
Goku.
Street Fighter fucking
No,
Ken?
it's
Okay.
Ryu's dad's name is Ken Hayabusa.
Oh.
Yeah. And like I'm pretty sure it's Ken. It's something like just real basic like that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, so I thought those games were about him because like he's a world traveling badass ninja thing. But I guess it's just they were also about Ryu, which is kind of weird.
Hmm. That's strange. That it's like Ryu and Ken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think they did more than just buy an old franchise. They stole from another. But it's pretty cool that they made that Final Fantasy game too, though.
Yeah, that's weird. Team Ninja making that shit.
Right.
So
Dude,
like, how did Team Ninja get a hold of like Ninja Gaiden?
I I don't know. Maybe
Because
because they didn't make Ninja Gaiden games for a while, and they're like, Team Ninja does brutal, fucked up shit. Let's partnership up or have them buy it or something. I don't know.
I forget when Ryu is in the DOA series for the first time.
Hmm. Well, it's like Toys for Bob bought fucking Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I'm trying to figure out that one. It's like this no-name company like bought these, remade them, and they're fucking excellent. And
They kind of crashed.
what, Spyro and Crash?
Yeah.
Crash crashed. Yeah, they started not putting out so many great games there for a while. I heard that like the newer trilogy is actually pretty good. I played through the first one,
Of what? Crash?
Spyro.
Oh.
It's
What's the
like,
newer trilogy? Oh, I get what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
where Spyro actually grows up through them.
Yeah, that's where I like fell off.
The first one's pretty fun. I didn't play the second one, and I played like a tiny bit of the third one.
Why is Spyro Lakers colors? It still like bugs me for some reason.
I don't know. He's a tiny purple dragon, man.
Well,
When
he's
that game come
purple and
out?
gold.
90s?
Yeah.
I mean, Lakers did pretty well in the 90s, didn't they?
So
I don't know. It's like we need a character that stands out. People like dragons. People like Lakers right now. Okay. We're going to put those two together and make three great games. Then we're going to make some not so good games. And then we're gonna just do weird shit later. Like every fucking old franchise does.
it's just the only things that come to mind that are like gold and purple are the Lakers, like old pimp cars, and Spyro.
I have no idea. I mean, like the 90s, dude, was like, those all about colors, man. It was like the whole
Yeah, it's
scene.
terrible.
The whole scene was just like, dude, look, I saw a
Early
meme the other day.
90s when everything's like weird pastels. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?
Shit got weird, man.
This is the leftovers from the 80s. Get it away from me.
I saw a thing the other day. It was. I think it's time to accept the '90s was peak humanity.
I don't know about that.
No, it ain't fucking now. I can tell you that much.
Well, truthfully, it's probably like peak humanity is always like current humanity. You got better technology and all that fucking shit.
No, we're talking about humans, like just humans in general. Like, you know, you could also say the same thing about like what
We're all
60s
just.
or 70s.
What was it? The greatest generation is like the 30s or whatever, the 20s.
My whole thought
World
on
War
it is the
II.
way that everybody treated each other. That's more of how I look at it. But then I guess it couldn't be the 60s or 70s.
I don't know. People treated people pretty bad like throughout time.
That's true. That's very true. Now we're just obsessed with it.
Yeah. Well, we see it more often. Yeah, it's like right in our face constantly.
Right, right.
And then like all the algorithms are like geared towards it because they're like humans respond. Fucking alien Mark Zuckerberg's like humans respond well to negativity. I'm gonna promote that. Fuck yeah.
Fucking Zucker nerd.
Who is that fucking dude that made that fucking whole thing?
What?
Is it David Dorn? There's like the dude who invented the lizard people conspiracy, and he like wrote a book and like started like a kind of a cult.
I have no idea.
He's I've seen interviews with that dude. He's so fucking weird.
I don't know anything about like conspiracies really, except
Oh,
for
they're
like,
fun.
oh yeah, so much fun.
Yeah,
It's like flat earthers.
that's fun too.
Or
My
like the moon landing wasn't real.
I have a story about a flat earther dude that died. Sadly, this old crazy motherfucker died. But he wanted to prove the earth was flat. So like he had this idea for a while, but he's like, I'm getting old, so I might as well try it. He made a fucking steam powered rocket.
What?
Yeah. He got 100 feet in the air and exploded.
What?
Yeah.
How does that prove anything? Like, what was the idea?
If you get far enough away from the Earth, you can see the curvature, supposedly,
Yeah.
which you can't.
No, I mean,
That's-
I'm talking out in space, where you can kind of.
Yeah, you have to get like way out there
Yeah.
in like orbit, but like It's just like if he gets high enough in the air and gets into orbit or whatever, he can see if the Earth is round or flat. Was his idea.
I mean, you could have been like the old pirate sailors and just keep on going in your boat until you fall off the edge.
Did you see the? Well, they got fucking glow in the darks holding hands around the border of the disc, so
What?
that the glow in the darks are the FBI.
Oh,
The
okay.
FBI and the CIA, which I guess they're also glowies. But like all of those organizations in every other country, there's just a big group of them around the edge of the disc holding hands, and if you get close to them, they kill you.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, there's
I hate
supposedly
people.
the FBI and the CIA are like fucking camped out at the edge of the earth, and if you go there, they'll kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So, where's the edge of the earth, supposedly?
like in Antarctica,
Oh,
because
you're going that way. I'm talking about the other way. Not
it's
not up and down, left and right is what I'm talking about.
the hidden areas are in the poles, supposedly.
Get the fuck out of here. Has anybody ever been to the center of like the North Pole? I'm sure there has been.
Yeah,
And the South Pole, correct?
yeah.
Okay.
But their theory is there was two people that were racing to get the first one, to be the first people to reach the middle of Antarctica and like
I've heard
map
of
it.
this. I've heard of this.
One of the dudes died. And he was the one who found it, dude. He fucking found the edge of the earth and the fucking CIA fucking shot him.
Oh yeah. Did they ever find his body?
Yeah.
Was it full of bullet holes?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it was, you could just kind of blame the other dude that was racing against him. It's like you
Oh, yeah.
found it, but
There's
no
a
one will ever
billion and
know.
one other reasons why somebody could randomly die in the most inhospitable place on earth.
Right, right. That's just, oh my god, dude. I hate people. I hate them. I don't get it. I just
I
why.
was watching this shit about the missing 401, and it's people that randomly get lost in the woods that should have known better. And like a lot of time, well, they're like experienced, and like a lot of times they find them like naked, and they're like, "Oh, this person knows about hypothermia, therefore they in a fucking completely irrational fucking delusional state where your body is shutting down and you think you're fucking warm all of a sudden." Like they're just gonna act completely rational and not get naked like your fucking impulse is. It's like, I can hardly remember my fucking name or like control my body. And yeah, I'm gonna remember that this is just hypothermia and you need to like get warm. Instead of the fucking dazed and delusional fucking delirious thoughts you're gonna have. Probably like fucking imagining shit chasing you, and you're like, yeah, this person should have a rational mind right now because they've done this before. It's like, okay.
That's fucking wild. I just can't believe people still like think about this shit. Honestly,
Well, it's good, but like
it's good.
it's good for certain things. Like not everything's answered, and some things need to be questioned, but it's just like there's just certain things it's like why why do you even care? What the fuck does it matter that the fucking
Right.
earth is flat? Why the fuck would the FBI have this fucking giant fucking reason to fucking hide that from you?
Right.
They're fucking like the super incompetent FBI that fucking fucks up all the fucking time. And it keeps this fucking secret for fucking hundreds of fucking years.
Yeah, I don't understand all this
Yeah,
bullshit.
the benefit is what makes no sense to me. Like, what the fuck what would come of this?
Nothing.
Exactly.
That's why I like wonder why people even think about certain things. It's like, does it really matter? Like, even if you found out the Earth was flat, what's gonna change? The fact that
What's
now
in,
you, now you think that space travel is bullshit and everything. Does it matter? Does it really matter?
Fucking people don't believe space is real.
That's wild. You
Yeah.
look up in the fucking sky, bro.
Yeah, it's
At
right
night.
there.
Like, there's a big thing called the sky. I don't know if you look up and you can see anything else, but I see the fucking sky and the stars,
Like the
man.
exact opposite of the Sasquatch people.
I love those fucking sightings, quote unquote.
Oh my God. I don't know.
What about the
Watched them a bunch, and it's just they're always nothing. It's always deer hair.
it's or like the old picture of like him running through the woods, like that black outline or whatever.
Yeah, they like fucking that dude like admitted that he was wearing a costume.
Yeah, and then there's like the
They did fucking forensic photo analysis of like the movement of the texture and the movement of like the actual physical thing and scientifically fucking mapped the suit and the person inside of the suit.
well, it's like the fucking Loch Ness monster shit too.
Fucking logs.
It's like, look at this picture. It's the most famous picture. It's like,
Magical Leopolodon, Charlie.
right. And then speaking of Charlie about Champ and like Champoon or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got like the Mothman in West Virginia. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that one. That's why everybody thinks we're fucking retarded.
Mothman's cool.
Dude, I can't talk to one person I meet online without going, "Oh, you're from West Virginia?" It's like, dude, you wouldn't make it here, man. This place
Like, what
sucks.
the fuck did you just say to me? It's West Virginia, you ignorant motherfucker. Slap the fucking shit out of you, goddamn.
It's like the amount of people that just like look and dress the way they do around here is just strange to me in general. And I've lived here my whole fucking life. It's like the older we get, it's like the more people who I graduated with just strive to be rednecks.
I
I'm
think
like,
that's
wow.
weird. Fucking, is that I've been in like little groups or whatever where people like actually care about like Southerners wanting to be a Southerner or whatever.
That's what I mean.
It's like I'm a Yankee, like what the I don't really care.
Yeah.
We like chose to be Yankees too. Like the Civil War happened, West Virginia's like, fuck you, Virginia, we're out of here.
Right. And it's like there's just people that tote the rebel flag just because they think it's cool, but you have no idea what this means. Like,
Well, it's also things can have a different meaning.
no, I get that, but like every one of them usually acts racist as shit, and it's just like, I mean, you do know that like this just doesn't mean you're racist, right? And they're like, what do you mean, man? The blacks? And I'm like, no, it's just like a symbol of the South, my guy. Like, I know what you're talking about, but like, you do realize like this is why people hate you.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Exactly. It's like you're the reason for like why West Virginia gets made fun of. I don't give a fuck. I just live my life the way I do because I'm a redneck. And I was like, you weren't a redneck like 3 years ago.
Go move to Virginia. Fuck you. Or Georgia.
Right. That's why I like strive to fucking leave this area one day.
No.
I have
Fuck
to.
you.
I have to.
No, you can make it your own. You don't have to be a runner.
I do have to be a runner. I want to go to my home away from home. Good old CT.
Ugh.
Where everything's quiet and nobody causes problems. Every time I'm there
Everybody's
anyway.
fucking viked out in their fucking living room.
What?
Everybody's viked out in their living room.
Oh,
Fucking
dude.
waspy motherfuckers.
It's just so nice. Just like being by the water. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't want to go with those California bastards. But I'll go over here to this nicer place. I have, like, no desire whatsoever, like, to ever go to California. And that's what I've always heard from, like, people I've known around here and grew up with. Can't wait to go move out to California one day. I was like,
Oh,
be
why you
poor?
want to
Be
California?
fucking poor? Is that what you want? You want to be poor? People move to California who already have money, sir. Like real money, because you can't make it out there on like a normal paycheck.
That's like people that move to New York,
Yeah, that too. That's another one.
like live in your hovel for $4,000.
Right. It's like, where are you gonna live? I'm gonna live in an apartment for your whole life. Yeah. So you're just gonna throw money away your whole life? It's like, yeah. It's like, okay.
You
Goodbye.
never watched Shin Chan, right?
Mm-mm. No.
They that Shin Chan like blows up the house because he like clogs up the toilet and fills it with shit.
Okay.
And so they have to move to they have to move to an apartment, and they move to the falling apartments, and that they make fun of the pun first, and they have a communal fucking bathroom.
No, thank you.
Like, oh my god, what the fuck?
You know, it was really weird in kindergarten.
I
Like
wonder how cheap this is.
you went to Hooverson Heights.
Yeah, we
Primary.
had that bathroom in between the.
Yes, you fucking open it up, and they like, because they're kids, and they never fucking lock the other doors. So you just open up from the other classroom. There's a kid there. It's like, dude, why? Like even then, when I was young, I was like, this is just weird. Like, why
You
would
meet
you?
a you
Why would
meet
you
a
have?
girl there, and you like turn into suave 5-year-old. It's like, you come here often.
Yeah, like Stewie and that one fucking girl baby
Yeah.
on Family Guy. Well, no, it was like, dude, so many times. I still remember that happening. Just opening the door, somebody being in there, and it's like, there's fucking 20 kids in this room, and there's 20 kids in that room, and we have one bathroom. One bathroom joint in between us. This is fucking stupid. Oh, speaking of weird bathrooms, when I was at that wedding the other day, I pissed in my first piss trough. You know what I'm talking
You
about?
never went to a Brook game?
No, fuck no.
I pissed in a piss trough whenever I was like a little kid.
I always heard about them, but I've never seen one. And I came in and I was like, oh, this is really a fucking trough, ain't it?
Yep.
This is gross. So there's no walls in between anybody. Everybody just stands there and just pisses.
Dude, at Brook games they were packed.
Gross.
We were like shoulder to shoulder fucking pissing.
That's gay.
No,
I mean, it's one thing to piss next to each other, but now you guys are touching skin. Gross.
we got clothes on.
Touching clothes. It's like if you DP a girl, one in the butt, one in the front, there's just a little slice of skin separate.
If you do cocaine in your vagina, it erodes that skin.
That's horrific.
Yeah. Does
That's
that to your
gross.
nasal cavity as well.
Well, I know that, but like I didn't. Why would you put cocaine in your vagina?
Same reason as putting it in your nose. There's like soft tissue with a bunch of blood capillaries.
Oh God, I didn't even know that was a thing. I've always heard of putting like drugs in your ass or something, but never your
Yeah, you
vagina.
get high off of it by shoving it in your gooch. There's fucking alcoholic women that fucking take vodka in their fucking snatch, and like it instantly kills like all of the lining.
Show notes, snapshots.
Well, it's like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen, you dumb motherfucker?
That is fucking weird. So what
Fucking-
happens once that skin's gone in between your asshole and your
Well,
front?
your vagina and your ass fuse.
That's not good.
No.
Got shit in me, John.
I was wondering if like you try to hold your shit in, if it just pops out your vagina.
I asked Kelsey.
Howdy ho.
I asked Kelsey the other day, the British chick. I was like, hey, I'm just curious because it pisses me off because it throws me off in video games sometimes, like Fable and shit. Why do you guys spell armor and color with a U? She's like, that is one question I cannot answer.
Dude, I always played medieval games, which are mostly like British influence.
Yeah.
And so I've always spelled armor with a U.
Bloodborne does it too, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I guess it's kind of
It's
Japanese inspired by British, so
yeah, it's
kind of
strange.
makes sense. Yeah.
Good combo, good combo. Everything's weird as fuck, but you know.
Dude, I just like never thought that those games were made by a Japanese company. That was so weird.
The Souls games?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were made by Japanese. I thought
Yeah.
they were just influenced.
Fucking writer, main dude is Miyazaki or some shit.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dumb.
Yeah.
George R. Martin.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast about that. They're like, well, I mean, it is George R. Martin's Dark Souls game, so does it really ever end? I think it was Nuclear that said that. I was like, yeah, that's true. I never watched that
I made the
fucking.
joke about that whenever we did the podcast.
Oh, did you?
It's like this
I don't
is
remember.
perfect for. I forget exactly how I said it. It's like it was perfect for George because he didn't have to finish it.
Oh, okay, I do remember that. That's fucked up. That's funny.
Well, it's taken like 6 years to finish that last fucking book.
Which book is that?
I forget.
Who makes the
The first one is Song of Ice and Fire, I think. I forget what the rest are called.
There's another book series that people are waiting on. His dad, the original writer was this dude's dad, and he died. So now his son's taking it over. I think it was like the Tower book series or something. What's the fucking book called? Uh,
Dude,
fuck. What? What's up?
Dune.
Dune. Dune. Okay. What's the
Yeah.
other fucking one I'm thinking of then?
You're thinking Dark Tower, it's Stephen King.
No, I'm not thinking that. It's a
Oh, okay.
it's like a clock tower maybe. I don't know. Something fucking strange. I'll listen to that episode and figure out what the fuck it was. They were talking about it on Tadpog, but I've heard it on other podcasts as well. So I was like, it must be pretty popular.
Dark Tower is a Stephen King book series. Dark Tower is supposedly like there is a meta universe to like Stephen King's universe. Like it takes place in the same time as like a few other movies. I forget what it is. And it's like all this big ass like single universe.
Hmm. Oh, I think it's called. Is it the Five Kingdoms? Maybe that's it. Clock Tower
Sounds
Tales. I don't know. This doesn't sound familiar. By Michael McGrath.
uh,
I don't know. I have no idea. Looks like, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a series. I could be wrong though. Fuck. I wish I knew what it was called, dude, because it sounded like cool as fuck. But they all weren't called Clock Tower. I'm pretty sure. So.
there's a video game. I forget what it's for. It's for something old, but
The
forget if it's a book
the Clock
or
Tower games.
no. There's
Okay.
I have no mouth, but I must scream.
What?
You ever heard of it?
No, that's an actual game.
Yeah. It's I forget if it was. I think it might have been a book, and then it was a game.
Oh, I
And
don't.
it's about the end of the world. Humanity makes an AI that like completely enacts a human genocide, and it keeps I think 4 or 5 people alive, and it goes into their nightmares and tortures them until they die, and then it resurrects them, and it does this every day.
What?
Yeah, and like at the end, they escape by like playing into the machine's like hubris, like because it doesn't think anything of humanity, they're able to trick it into certain things and able to kill it.
That is like horrific looking.
What?
The book cover. Oh, and it was for the game was for Windows, Linux. It's on iOS now,
Uh,
iOS and Android, which means we could play it on our phones if you want to. It looks cool, but it looks like it's just like an old online game. It seems.
yeah.
That looks pretty fucking cool. Hmm.
It's a really interesting story too. It's like a lot of those old science fiction writers had like such interesting fucking ideas.
Probably all just high as shit. Isn't Stephen King the one that did like a shitload of coke back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It is like fueled by cocaine. That's why it's a 2,000 page book or whatever.
Just starts writing.
Yeah, like that thing is bigger than a fucking dictionary. It's ridiculous. Like that's why there's all that weird shit in it. Like the fucking they don't have it in any of the movies because it's fucked. I think they might like reference it in the new It movies, but like in between It 1 and 2, whenever they go into the tunnel as kids to face It, they have an orgy.
What?
Yeah,
Who has an orgy?
the kids.
Is this like the old one?
No, this is in the Stephen King book. Whenever they
Oh, in the
first go
book. I thought you
down.
were talking about the movie. I'm sorry.
No, no, that
Wow, that's fucked
it's
up.
never been depicted because it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it sounds
But,
like it. The fuck?
I don't know. I think I would have done that if I was a kid. I don't know if I would have had the forethought. I'd just be like shitting myself about like the clown thing that we're gonna fight.
Yeah, orgy is not on my mind whenever I'm trying to fucking not die and kill a
That's
demon.
why. That's why people say like it's like a cocaine fueled book because all the weird fucking shit in it.
What the fuck?
Like Stephen King just fucking stayed up for 8 hours, like on coke, just fucking bent over a desk or leaning on him, being like, what would I do if I was gonna go down into a sewer and fight a trans-dimensional monster? It's like I'll probably have an orgy.
Did they give a basis or reason why they were doing it?
Just because they're gonna die.
That's okay. That's what I figured the reason would be. But like, how old are the kids in there? I've never seen the movie or read the book.
It's like 12 or some shit.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Jeez. I was hoping that they were at least like in high school or something, like something that would make sense, you know.
I
Like,
don't.
I would rather it make
I
sense
think
and be
it's
horrible
just.
than not make sense.
I think it's just said. I,
Oh, okay.
I never like dove into it. Just
Well,
heard about.
no,
I'm
you
like,
know
no.
how books are, dude. They'll like go into detail and shit, and I'm like, this is horror. This is just horrible. Like, if they did this is fucked up. Like, that'd be wild. Well, it's like there's also that horrible ass movie, um, Flowers in the Attic.
Flowers in the attic.
You never heard of that series? It's like, so it's like abusive parents like keep their kids in the attic and like I think they torture them and shit like that. I don't know. Just treat them like really really bad. And the brother and sister end up like fucking and falling in love and like
Oh
the whole
god.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like they have to keep it hidden from their parents. Even in adulthood, they're still like that. Like, cause it's like a series, I'm pretty sure. Casey told me about it. She's like, yeah, it's like ridiculously fucked up. What's I think that's the one where in the movie the lady's like, no more coat hangers, like shit like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Is
kind of.
is that the fucking movie? I'm not sure.
Did you ever see Misery?
Oh, I think I was supposed to watch it one time, but I didn't. What is that?
It's it's about a writer who like makes like the most popular character in the world, and he wants to stop writing about this character. So like he finally finishes the last book and he makes the character die so he no longer has to do this fucking series anymore. And he gets into a car wreck on his way to his publisher and like his biggest fan finds him in the woods, nurses him back to health, and while they are nursing him back to health, they read the script and they decide to torture him until he writes the book the way they want it to be written.
Why does this sound so familiar?
because it's a really good movie. That
Oh, really?
actress that plays the chick is really good fucking actress.
Who is it?
I forget her name. She's like a bigger woman, so she's not like there's not like too many roles for a psychotic bitch.
What? Really? You don't think?
Not much. Not where it like actually gives you enough to act with, and you're not just like momentarily a plot point.
Oh, that's wild.
That's like Deadly Attraction. That movie is good.
I liked, what was the one with,
Fatal Attraction is what I meant.
what was the one fucking movie? Confession. Oh, it's like where the brother and the sister end up fucking, like, the sister,
I
they're like,
don't watch too many incestuous movies.
no, it's a really popular movie. Well, back in the day, it was like a stepsister
Oh,
that always
got
promised,
caught in the washer.
tried to get the brother, like
Stuck in
what?
the washer step, bro. Help me.
um, she would always tease the brother because she knew he wanted to fuck her, and he could fuck like anybody. He'd get anybody. It didn't matter. But he always just wanted to fuck her, and it turned into like this thing. He ended up dying in the end. I forget. Like he got hit by a car or some shit.
Okay.
And it's never exposed clear until the end about how fucked up and like what is it? Where some manipulative the sister is until like the very end.
Yeah.
I forget what that fucking movie was called. The dude who plays Anakin, I'm pretty sure he, what's his name? Christian, some Hayden Christensen. What's his name?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he plays the brother.
Hmm.
Is it? Hold on. Fatal. Hold on. What's the one
I
you're
still
talking
don't
about?
understand how you like the fucking prequels.
Because they're fucking great.
It's like etched into my fucking brain that like, the fucking dialogue with Padme, the fucking.
Because one, bro, you gotta understand, that's Natalie fucking Portman. You don't go against the Portman. You just don't. And they're goofy and they're fun, but like I can't understand I don't understand how anybody likes the OT except for out of just
Oh,
like
fuck you.
straight. No, because I get the end ones. Like they're fun movies. They're kind of serious, but they're like made bad. Like I get that. But like the OT just looks like ass. It does.
OT is so much better.
But
All of them.
you like those like older. I can't stand how the movie looks. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Like it looks like shit, and that's why I don't like them as much.
You
Yeah.
should see the original cut. That was worse. Well, certain parts. But see, like, the thing is that the fucking OT is so hard to find, like, the good version of, because George Lucas is a fucking dickhead. He's like, oh, I'm gonna take this movie, I'm gonna like throw more CGI shit in it because it's like, 2000. I can do that now because I'm fucking George Lucas. Fucking bastard.
Try,
Uh,
find this
fucking
fucking movie.
remember watching the fucking, was it the fourth movie with you? Uh, fucking Christ. Luke's on his fucking speeder going through the desert. They got this nice fucking like panning shot of him zooming past the camera. I'm George Lucas. I'm gonna put a little fucking lizard right here, and it's gonna look really bad because it's CGI, and it doesn't really go well with the '70s film grain. Fucking prick.
What wasn't there like a cut of a bunch of like dinosaurs or some shit too?
He
Like,
had it all kinds of fucking dumb shit. There's like a fucking extended song version in the cantina that adds all these fucking goofy Muppet looking fucking aliens that are fucking singing like it's the Muppets. It's fucking terrible. Like, oh.
oh man, that's fucking weird. I don't know.
It
Is it just the fact that it's there, or like it just looks like shit?
looks terrible. You're gonna add CGI from a time period where CGI is not refined to the point where it even looks good in the first place, and you're gonna throw it in a film that is 20 fucking years old. Like, what the fuck? They probably don't even make the fucking film you shot this shit on anymore, and you want to fucking add digital effects to it.
My whole thing about the
90s digital effects.
well, like the movies to me, like the OT to me personally, it just seems like
You don't like the pacing or whatever.
yeah, that's one thing. I don't know. It just seems like it's all a fanboy thing. Like that's why everybody likes it because it's the original Star Wars and you're supposed to like it. And the fact about the way that it was made back then
What would
was
be the
fucking
thing to
awesome.
hook people in the first place?
Huh?
Said it would hook people, and it's the OT. It's the one who hooked people in the first place.
Yeah, but that's like the first thing that came out. Could you imagine if it came out like in the 90s instead of back then?
Well, it would look a lot different.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's like this doesn't look good. But like the way the
Yeah.
movie was made, the way they were made was fucking awesome.
It doesn't look bad though.
Uh,
Like if you go back to like the original Star Trek, I have a problem watching that.
Nobody likes Star Trek. Those Trekkies
Okay.
are a different fucking. Those Trekkies are weird. We had a friend named Nikita. She fucking. I hope she listens to it. She's a fucking Trekkie, and it's so
Oh,
strange.
Star Trek, bro. The
It's so
fuck?
strange. It's like Stargate people are strange to me.
Stargate, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Stargate was like cool though. So it was like, what if the fucking Egyptians like reached high technological prowess and took over the fucking universe? Like, that is a fucking batshit crazy story. I want to fucking hear that.
That's fucking weird.
That's like right before fucking Dracula in space. It's like right before you start getting shitty.
I'm trying to figure out the name of that fucking movie still. I can't.
I love sci-fi.
Oh, Cruel Intentions.
Ah.
Let me look up the cast for that because I swear if it's not him, it looks just like him. It's strange. Cruel Intentions cast. All right, let's see here.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar
Fuck yes. My bitch.
she is the stepsister.
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon is in it.
I used to like her too. I like her name.
What, Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah.
Reese cup on a spoon. Okay, it is not Hayden Christensen, and this headshot doesn't even fucking look like him, in the movie. But his name's Ryan Philippe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philippe.
I don't know something.
Oh,
Tara Reid's in it too.
there you go.
Let's see who else is in here. Charlie O'Donnell's in it. Oh, Charlie O'Connell. Sorry. You know who he is, right?
Maybe.
If you saw a picture of him, you know. No.
Whenever I type in Sarah Michelle Gellar, first thing popped up was her height. She's still fucking fine.
Yeah, she is. I just saw that headshot just now. I was like, okay. But yeah, she plays the stepsister. But yeah, at the end or whatever, it's a '90s movie, so I don't care about spoilers. So she's like in a bathroom, like at his funeral, and she has like this bullet on her necklace, classic. I think that's what it is, and it's like she unscrews it, and it's like a little coke shovel. She starts snorting it, and she comes out, and like somebody fucking like exposes her for what she did to him and all this other shit, and like there's supposed to be a Cruel Intentions 2, but I've never seen it, so I don't know how you could go 2 with that, so because the dude died. That's one of those things where just let it be.
Oh, you know what that just reminded me of?
What?
You know what the Joker sequel is supposed to be?
What is it? There's a sequel?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the studio wants a sequel, I guess.
Wait, are we talking about the good Joker?
Yes.
Well, he did just ride off. He didn't die, right? He didn't die, did he? At the end?
It all matters how you interpret it. Because remember, he walks out of the hospital and his footprints are bloody or whatever.
I remember the car scene at the end, like with the cop cars and shit.
Yeah.
I thought
But
that's how it ended.
I think they just kind of left it up to interpretation of how if he died or if he gets institutionalized. Yeah, he's institutionalized, and I think, and he's walking out, and he starts laughing, and then his footprints turn into blood.
Hmm.
I think that's what happened.
I don't remember. It's been
But
a while. That's such a good fucking movie.
it's gonna be a musical.
No! What the fuck? You know what? It's Joaquin Phoenix. You know something weird's gonna happen.
Did you ever see Gremlins?
No.
Really?
A good movie conversation to have is not with me. It's probably with Casey, because all your old movies she grew up with and loved. So
The thing is that as Gremlins 1 was such like a success. The studio was like, "Oh, we gotta have a sequel," and the director's like, "I do not want this to have a sequel. I want it to be what it is, and that's the end of it."
is
They're
there
like,
like four of
"We'll
them?
just hire somebody else to do it," and he's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And he made the worst thing he possibly could.
He's like, I'm not worried about making money. I want to lose you money.
Yeah, no, he's just like, "I'm gonna destroy this IP."
That's funny.
Like this is my intellectual property. You own it from a technicality. Eh, Well, kind of. Yeah, they did fund it, but he's like, I'm just gonna end this.
Why would you make the Joker a musical sequel?
That's what I was. That's why I brought up that story.
I'm so fucking pissed off right
It's,
now.
it's like, fuck it, dude. He's like, these motherfuckers made me make fucking 5 Hot Tub Time Machine movies. I'm not doing this shit again.
Is it the same dude?
Yeah.
Oh god. So he
It's
just
the same director.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, isn't it?
Well,
It's
it's
like
like
a lot
the
of people
Gnome
were
and
not
Gremlin movies.
expecting
How
it.
many of those are there?
I thought there were just the 2.
What, Gnome and Gremlins and shit? There's
I
like Gremlins 5.
don't know.
Pretty sure. And then there's Leprechaun like 9.
I've watched a lot of those movies.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Fucking Leprechaun goes into the hood, motherfucker.
Yeah, what was that called?
This is, I don't know, but I forget. Because I remember there's this like anthology that I've watched a bunch of times. That's called fuck, what was it called? Oh shit. Fuck. Forget what the fuck it is. Or it's like something in the hood, and I'm pretty sure like Leprechaun's like the same thing.
Isn't it a parody? What you're talking about? The Hood.
No, it was just an anthology series or movie. It had like 3 stories or whatever. Like it starts out with these like 3 gangster dudes fucking shooting this motherfucker and then pissing on him, and then like they're at a cemetery because they're burying him in a fresh grave,
Mm.
and the dudes like they start talking to this like crazy dude. I forget who the fuck he is. He's a funny ass actor or a good actor, and like at the end of the fucking 3 stories he tells him, he's like, "Oh, you guys are actually in hell, and I'm the fucking devil."
What? Mm. Yeah, I've never understood like the thing with old horror movies, why everybody likes them. Is it because they're fucking stupid? Like they're
No
just
matter which ones you're talking.
like Leprechaun, Chucky.
Leprechaun is stupid, but I'm pretty sure there are people that legitimately like Leprechaun. Um, the first Leprechaun movie was Jennifer Aniston's first movie too. So
I've
there's
heard
like,
that before, I think. Yeah.
forget if Kevin Bacon. I think he's in Friday the 13th.
Kevin Bacon's in Tremors.
Tremors is fucking awesome.
I love Tremors.
Like,
I like the one with him in it anyway. I've never seen the other ones.
All the other ones are also good. They're not as good as a movie, but they're like comedy. Like they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
They're entertaining movies. But the first one is like legitimately good, not just funny and shit. Because like
Tremors 2 is the one with Kevin Bacon, I'm pretty sure.
it's,
Isn't it?
it's just the first one.
Oh, okay. I might just be wrong. That's the ones where they're in the dusty ass town and they're coming out of the ground and shit, right?
You just described like every term.
Oh, really? Like I said, I
Yeah.
haven't seen the other ones.
Yeah.
Huh. Alrighty then. That
The other
is.
ones they evolve. There's the tremors turn into like these walking things that use like this heat radar that they have on their head. And those are kind of cool. And they're still puppets. And they're really well made puppets. And then they evolve into the ass blasters,
What the
which
fuck?
are CGI monstrosities, but they're pretty funny. They have like this like chamber in their colon that collects the methane and ignites the methane, and they have wings, so they like fly through the air.
That's. Yeah, okay. So I did see that before.
Okay, that's like the third movie.
Yeah, that's the third one. I saw like the very beginning of it. Oh, dude, you know Mark's
I've seen
carry
all
out?
five of them. I love those movies.
You know Mark's carry out in Wellsburg?
Yeah.
So I was looking for that hazy, juicy IPA that I like a lot.
Mhm.
Drove around for like an hour between Follinsby and Wellsburg, just like going to every place to see if it was there, because I just did not want to go to Weirton. Granted, I
Yeah.
could have cut all that out by just going to Weirton.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, if we can sell it to you for 10% off by the case. We can get it in for you and just straight sell you the whole case. And I
Yeah.
was like, how much is that? And they're like, well, it's like 4 6 packs, but we'll knock 10% off because you're helping us out and we're helping you out. I was like, okay. I just got a text from the owner, and she's like, is this the one you're talking about? And I was like, fuck yeah, man. I'm pretty hyped now.
I don't like IPAs.
Um, this one, I like the juicy hazy ones, which is this one. It's like has a hint of orange in it.
What did you let me try?
A horrible one. Wait, the one the other day?
Yeah.
That is a Devil's Hands. That one's pretty okay. I enjoy those ones a little bit. But
I just
there's
don't like that uniform aftertaste they all have.
yeah. There is also a thing called a sour IPA.
That sounds cool.
It's really good.
I usually like alcoholic things that are sour, or
Yeah.
say sour or whatever.
It tastes like its own thing. It doesn't taste like an IPA at all, and it's like 9.5% a can. And that's how these other ones are that I'm talking about. And both of those, if I get a 6 pack in all of them, oh man, be so fucking rad. But like the sour IPA ones I found in a variety pack called from Victory.
Victory.
Yeah, like uh, the cans are cool as fuck, but like uh, there's one in there that's like a what the fuck was that one called? I don't have any more in here because I gave Tyler fucking shotgunned one while we were um, chilling in the parking lot after the bachelor party. I just gave it to him for him to try, and he fucking shotgunned it, and I was like, "Don't!" And other Tyler already tried. He was like, "Don't do it," and he fucking did it. He throws the can on the ground, just sits there with his mouth open, just drooling, like, ugh,
Mm.
ugh. I was like, dude, that is seriously the worst beer I've ever had. I try to tell you. Like, I just wanted you to try it because it's if you want them, you can have them, kind of deal, you know.
That's horrific.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine just shotgunning an IPA in general, just because they're so fucking foamy. Like, I can't even fill up like a solo cup all the way because half of it is foam. I have to
I've
wait for it to go down to then put the rest of the can in it.
I've beer bogged like 3 beers. The foam just like straight shot out my mouth.
Yup. Yeah. But like the
That
IPAs
was-
have like a really thick
Oh
foam.
yeah, I
It's
know.
gross.
Like soap fucking bubbles.
Yeah, yeah. When he did that, dude, I was like, "You're gonna throw up." And he looked like he was gonna throw up. I don't even know how he kept it down because he was fucking toasted already. Like, cause
Oh, that's probably why.
well, we hung out at Undo's till the restaurant closed and the bar stays open for another 2 hours. We were there till like 11:30. Then we're like, "Oh, let's all go back to the hotel because there were 7 rooms unused that we all just used for the wedding. Cause we all
Cool.
got them for free. It was sweet." So we go back. I'm thinking we're just gonna party in the hotel, and everybody's sitting in a circle in the parking lot. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Kumbaya.
So everybody just came and sat down. Dude, we were there till 2:30 in the morning.
Playing patty cake.
No, just sitting there hanging out, talking. Like, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I've suggested strippers so many times.
Hate to do this to you, but I have to grab more beer.
Go grab another beer. I don't know
Okay.
why you're drinking already. Holy shit.
Oh,
I mean, I get it. But, like, jeez.
I
Not
just felt like
you.
having a few.
Not you. I just didn't expect you. You're
Well, I
normally
haven't
like a.
drank in a while, so
Really?
yeah.
No. I guess you don't really, like, drink super often, if I'm correct on that.
I've stopped recent or a while back.
Right.
This year.
Well, it's like I stopped for like 3 weeks, and then, uh, what is it?
The
Fourth
liver regenerate.
4th of July, like, weekend, and then this wedding weekend. Next week I have a fucking wedding, and I don't even want to go to that wedding. Not because of the people, but Casey's going, so I'm probably gonna have to go. And they're my friends, and that's fine and everything. I just really don't want to go clear out there to that wedding. It's like nothing against them. It's just like me and you people have nothing in common.
Jeez.
It's
You
like,
people? Wow.
well, they're like a bunch of like hippies and like just
I'm a hippie.
all they talk about is like working.
I'll be right back before my bladder explodes.
Uh, but yeah, guys, do not try that one IPA I can't remember the name of. Make a timestamp here. 225. All right. Do that.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm looking at that that pack so I can tell you what that IPA is called. Okay, it's called Victory Kickback.
11.
Victory Kickback Golden Monkey.
Nice.
It is a Belgian style triple ale. It is awful. I hate it.
Dude, we should drink fucking brass monkeys.
What?
Should drink some brass monkeys.
What the fuck is that?
We go down to Sheets. We get a 40. We pour out like the top, and then we fill it with chocolate syrup.
I'm good. That sounds
You,
gross.
yeah, you want the worst things.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, that definitely sounds fucking awful. What? Who would do that? Why would somebody even like make that?
I have no idea.
Have you ever had one?
No.
Oh, gross.
Fucking, what is it? Uh, Beastie Boys have a song called Brass Monkey.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when you
Yeah.
initially said it. I was like, is he joking? Is this?
Pretty sure that's what it is. It's either that or something else horrible. I always wanted to have a boiler maker.
What? Why?
It just always sound cool.
What the
'Cause
fuck is a boiler maker?
it's like you pour whiskey into a bunch of beer or some shit.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's strange. I told you about
I
that, like,
learned about that from home movies.
I told you about that, like, time me and my buddy got all those old whiskey decanters the, uh, from the auction, didn't I?
I don't think so.
They're like all those crazy looking bottles and shit, and they're like 60-year-old whiskey. And I fucking took it to a party and drank it. Folded. My dad was
Yeah.
like, you know, you could have died, right? I was like, I was young and stupid. It was just alcohol, and I didn't
Yeah,
have to pay for it.
yeah, beer bong vodka.
Like Nathan?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. That was more of the worst stories I've heard.
Yeah.
How much did he bong down anyway? Wasn't it like a whole thing of pop off?
Yeah.
Were you there?
No.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah. Sounds stupid.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
why you would do
it's a boiler maker is a shot poured into a beer.
that. Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of grossish. Oh no, I had an orange creamsicle drink the other day at the bar. I didn't know what that was. I just told the bartender to surprise me, and it was like
I think I had one of those before.
orange creamsicle fucking Bacardi mixed with some other shit I didn't ask about, and it was delicious.
What's the worst drink to drink in Northern Ireland?
American beer.
An Irish car bomb.
Uh, uh,
If you ask
we
for
got
that,
Timmy
you
one of
will get
those.
kicked out.
We got Timmy one of those. Well, Tyler bought him one.
Yeah.
And he didn't know what the fuck it was, and he drank it, and I guess he went to the bathroom and puked. I almost went to my old Jaeger ways when I was there, and then I was like, no, don't do it, Mitch.
So I was just like go straight or fucking Jack and Coke.
Yeah, I'm a Bacardi and Coke guy, but like, I just wanted to try new shit that day, so I did.
'Cause I like this Dr. Pepper goes really good with whiskey,
Yes. Yes, it does.
cream soda,
Mm-hmm.
and like what is it, Coke vanilla or whatever.
Yeah, Coke vanilla. That'll go well with rum a lot.
It goes well with whiskey too, man.
I just don't drink whiskey
Cream
that much
soda.
anymore.
I like whiskey.
Like, Tyler brought back a handle of well, I bought a small bottle of Crown for Casey because that's what she wanted during the wedding. And so Tyler goes back to the store and gets a handle. And I forget. I think Herman took. Yeah, because it was Herman, so he took it. I think like half of it was gone between our table.
That's all.
Well, yeah, because a
She
lot
had
of
me there.
yeah. I don't know about all that. Other than that,
Nah.
I know you. Well, it's like our table was only like 6 or 7 people, but 4 of them were walking around most of the time. So it was really like just me, Herman, and Herman, and Casey there most of the time. And then we just started pouring shots for everybody because we were trying to use it. And then we even got some of the caterers take shots.
There you go.
I was like, she's going to think this is a joke. And I said something to her. She's like, hell yeah, me in there. Same thing
I
with
don't think they're allowed to get any drinks unless they're offered.
I have no idea.
Well, I know they can't buy them or get them.
Yeah, no, I just asked her, hey, you want to jump in on this with us? Because we're just trying to use it up. It was fun. It was a fun
Is it
time.
not an open bar?
No, it was bring your own beer.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's another way to do it too. But I
Well,
mean,
so
I,
you can't say you're in love.
well, it's like mine was an open bar, and I don't know.
Yes,
It was fun.
it's good.
The party bus was like super fun.
That's,
That whole day was pretty fun.
dude, I like almost ruined your wedding.
Why? What happened?
Fucking is it when me and Amanda did our little dance thing? Like when we got to the end, I like bumped my ass off the fucking table in the front.
Oh.
I just fucking knocked it over. It wouldn't have ruined anything. It would have been kind of a damper, but like I don't know.
Nah,
Like
you guys
this
were
would have
fine. There
slapped.
was a couple things I was worried about happening at that wedding that just did not happen, and I was like, thank fucking God. Because, like, this shit was stressful enough.
But
Well, it's like we had people asking us where food is and shit like that. Like, when we got there, an hour late, because we had to do pictures, because that's just what happens at weddings. And I'm just like, maybe you just shouldn't come up to this table. Casey punched me and cried and went to the bathroom. And I had to tell her mom, if you don't get her, I'm leaving. She's like, don't
jeez.
worry about it. Relax. I'm going to go get her. I was like, dude, this shit is just so annoying. All the planning, everything. It's like,
It is funny how like I had to help Nathan and a few other people get dressed because they never wore fucking suits.
what? Really?
Yeah.
That's strange. I had my like tie pre-tie, or yeah, I had a bow tie so I didn't have to do the whole tie thing and shit like that. Just wrap it around. It's just like a little hook.
I've been doing a double Windsor since I was 14.
Fucking Brit.
Couldn't do the Windsor right for some reason.
Isn't it you just wrap it around twice, up through and down through?
Yeah.
Thought so. Yeah. Wyatt always tries to wear ties with his fucking Rin Akumura suit because that's like just how it is.
Is what?
Rin Akumura suit
Oh.
from Blue Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're
He,
saying that middle part weird. It sounds like you're saying Coomer. I was like,
no,
what? Okay.
Akumura. Yeah. Like every show that he likes and every game he likes, he usually tries to get a costume for it.
Yeah.
So he like basically had to make the Rin one because
Did you do that?
what?
The costume thing?
What do you mean? Did I do that?
Were you into costumes as a
No.
child?
No.
I don't think I was either.
No. I was usually outside riding around my old Walmart big wheel, or I was like playing a video game or something.
You know the stairwell in my house that goes to my downstairs, right?
Yes.
Mom like left me at home for like I don't know for something where she went and got something from stores and shit. And I had these Spider-Man web slingers.
I had this.
I covered the entirety of that stair set with
Wow.
the both entire bottles.
That's fucked up. How mad?
Oh, she's super pissed.
Just
I've
hanging
never
from
seen
the
those things
ceiling.
like ever again.
Hanging from the ceiling.
They were just covering the stairwell,
Jeez.
like the entirety of it. I was like, oh, it'll look like my cool spider lair. Mom's like, what the fuck did you do?
Not the Brandon that you know, but my other buddy Brandon, he used to make like jackass imitation videos. Like
Nice.
and actually got them made into DVDs and like sent them out to people and shit and gave them out. And he kept making them. They recently made one like a year or two ago after like a long wait.
I would do that shit.
But so like he lives with like his family. He got a bunch of paint and just painted the stairs red. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just painting. And then whenever he was done, he's like, you only painted the bottom 3 steps. He's like, yeah. Just fucking changed like the whole color palette of like everything by doing that. And when they walked down, it was still wet. And they didn't know. They would just like fuck with their family like that all the time. Just get fucking paint everywhere.
Did you watch the Tom Green show?
No.
I love that show so much.
Isn't that like an old show?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
It was like whenever MTV was like super popular.
Yeah, I remember those days. And now it's
But
all just Rob Deerdeck now.
but
Ridiculousness.
fucking his parents went on vacation or he bought them a vacation or whatever. And while they were on vacation, he painted their house plaid.
I think you told me about that before.
Because it's like the fucking most absurd thing in the world. It's like you wanted to do this ridiculous thing to your parents where you could have just achieved it by painting it like a weird off color, but it's like the fucking thing that takes the most fucking work possible.
Yeah, just really put some effort into it.
Yeah, you like literally painted your like plaid. Like what the fuck? Who? Why? Why would you even play something plaid if you wanted it?
Right. I heard a story about like some lady didn't want neighbors around her house, so to drop the value of, because she didn't care about her house, so to drop the value of the neighbor's house, she painted every side of her house a different color. Just made it like this eyesore.
Yes, I thought of doing that.
It's like red, yellow, green, pink, purple, just all this random shit. I was like, that's fun.
Crazy. That's so stupid. I mean that like it works that way.
I just hate when, like, I just hate painting things white all the time because I know it's just gonna get dirty.
Yeah, but I mean like you can fucking run a scam with like that like so easily.
What do you mean?
Yeah. It's like I want all my friends to be my neighbors. I'm gonna paint my house hot pink. You know what I mean?
You,
Crash your neighbor's fucking housing value and just be like, hey, bud, cheap ass.
you get enough of your friends, the whole side of the street is nothing but these eyesore fucking houses.
Then you just paint them normal color.
That's fucking weird. I saw a sign downtown Fallsby earlier. It was just like this big note that said, "We buy houses," but we're not talking about like a realtor sign. We're just talking about like a white sign that looks hand drawn. We buy houses. I'm just like, I'm not. What? I'm sure nobody's gonna sell you their house. Why would we even call you? It doesn't even look like you have enough money for a sign. What the fuck is this?
It wasn't it like 5 years ago or some shit. There was like this rash of fucking signs around the area of fucking houses that were being sold, and it said house for sale cheap, and they spelled cheap wrong.
Cheap, cheap.
Yeah, they spelled it cheap like a bird. Like I like double taked at the sign and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Like took a picture and I'm pretty sure it's like it might have been printed sign that like it was some like marketing gimmick because like if you misspell cheap, people are gonna fucking notice, you
Right.
know, and you're gonna talk about it.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to bring the show to a close, and I edit it and send this
Which
episode out.
let's close the show. What the clothes look best on the show?
Closed with two D's, like a child.
We got CLOTHES
Clothes.
clothes.
All right, man. I'll catch
Well,
you
well,
later. Spotify,
we're not done.
iTunes. We're done.
I want to know what the show would wear if it was a human.
Uh, a, a tie-dye suit.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Such you're dressed like a whore with ripped leathers.
Could do that.
it'd be like representative of the couch, but we gotta be classy here.
a tattered a tattered up tie-dye suit as if you saw it in like a zombie samurai movie.
Nice.
There you go.
So,
Callbacks.
yeah, you gotta watch that to even understand what the fuck that means. 'Cause I don't even think you understand it.
I don't.
This is a movie that's so cheap that a ghost is a woman in a see-through cloth that is very much appreciated, but looks very fucking goofy.
All right, guys. Spotify, iTunes. Check it out. We'll be back next time with a Pikmin episode.
Yes, I have to beat it 5 more times, so like a day or two.
Okay. And then a Vampire Survivor and Metal Slug episode.
Yes,
And the show after
Frankenstein.
that is now being announced for the first
Oh
time.
shit.
And I have a PlayStation Mini that is modded that I will let you use to play this game.
Oh go.
Because you definitely don't want to buy the fucking actual thing. We're gonna play Brave Fencer Musashi.
Yeah.
Old
Okay.
PS1 Square real-time action game.
It's the one that I played with you, but I forget the name of all time, right?
Was it?
The 2D one.
No, it's not 2D. It's like isometric,
Oh.
kinda. But
It's
like,
the one I'm talking about where you like run through like a village or whatever.
and
It's
like it's
2D.
like real goofy.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's kind of like how Streets of Rage is, like how the game play is, not like the game itself.
it's not 2D. It's 3D.
Yeah, but I mean, what is the game I'm talking about?
Oh, I have no idea.
That we played before where you're like little goofy samurai dude or whatever running through like 2D Japanese village where you're just like on the street or whatever.
I have no idea. What, is it River City Ransom?
Nah, it's like more comical type game.
I don't know. You are a little samurai dude named Musashi, and you have a blue sword,
Uh,
but it's not 2D at all. But there is a little Japanese village there.
there's some like Japanese game we played where you're like wondering, you're like,
What
it's
console was it on? How
2D.
about that? What console was it
I don't know. I think you had it on on a Sega or something,
on? No, it's not that. No, 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 no.
some handheld or something maybe.
No, this is on a PS1. If I were to play it
Oh,
any time where you were around, it would have been played on my PS2.
would have been a Switch emulator maybe.
Yeah, no, it's
Like
definitely not that.
like this. I don't know. It could have just been one of the old games you've had. 'Cause I remember you bringing it up before whenever we were on a show with Rich,
I
and I'm like, is that the game we played that I never remember the name of?
I have no idea.
Fuck.
We'll figure it out.
No, we should like ramble on more mundanely about like this thing that I can't quite describe properly. Yeah, that's like super fucking entertaining.
Yeah, that's
Did you
what.
ever change a tire? Fuck yeah, bro. I like invite my whole family. Lug nut one, we fucking start the popcorn, bro.
Do you have your phone on you?
It's not on me, it's next to me.
It's this fucking game.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I was joking. I mean, you kind of need to tell me, but no.
Okay, well I'll just send you the picture so you know what I'm talking about. All right, we gotta end the show though because I got shit to do now.
No, we got to be more mundane and have old people at nursing homes drowning in drool.
No, we don't.
I fap furiously to it. Oh, ladies are like grilled cheese.
That's the show, guys. Later.
Adios.